McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on 1080 The Fan.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan on the hardwood, veteran point guard Chris Paul will sign with the Los Angeles Clippers for the 21st season that he's playing in the association. In the NFL, Titans quarterback Will Levis has elected to have season-ending shoulder surgery, this stemming from an AC joint injury that he sustained diving for a first down at the end of last season. The move will officially make number 1 overall pick Cam Ward the Titans' Week 1 starter. On the college gridiron, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff has enrolled at Tulane following his honor code suspension in Provo. And on the diamond, the Mariners open a 3-game set against the red-hot Milwaukee Brewers in Seattle tonight. Milwaukee's won 10 straight, including a weekend sweep of the Dodgers in L.A. Brandon Woodruff is on the bump for the Brew Crew. George Kirby toes the rubber for the M's. The first pitch is at 6:40. And on the college hardwood, Dana Altman and the Ducks pick up a commitment from Nigerian big man Ega Demir. The 6'10", 250-pounder has been living playing professionally in Turkey since 2014. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy, Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Don't call your George McCoy, Warren Allen.
Wow.
More, please. Golf in the Northwest with Jason Swigart is back. Saturdays at 8 a.m. before the Sinner and the Saint on Portland's sports leader, 1080 The Fan.
Hear this, right now.
Welcome. Primetime with Isaac and Suk.
What is going on up here?
I never know, man.
Unbiased.
Shut your mouth.
Uncompromised sports talk without the
I
sugarcoating.
hope you're happy. You wasted everyone's life for 30 seconds.
Isaac Rupp and Jason Sukanik.
Now shut up and let me do my job.
The best in sports coverage.
This is gonna be great.
This is Primetime with Isaac and Suk on 1080 The Fan.
Hey, what it do?
Ahoy!
A little late. Not on time.
Oh, sorry. I forgot my damn laptop at we had big things happening and pieces were moving and I don't know.
It's a busy day around
So now I
here.
have to use this computer, which is awkward because now it's kind of in the way and now I can't see Buck and Dusty's in here. We have some announcement. I'm nervous. I'm probably firing me as far as I know. So there's a lot happening. Now I'm sweating and
all right, well,
it's off to a rough start.
Suk's not doing well. I'll take over. So I said this on the big Great Notion pregame. Quick story before we make our big announcement, and there is a big announcement here in a matter of minutes, or perhaps seconds. John Crow,
it happened at like 45.
the Attorney General of Oregon, John, he used to listen to our show. Way too smart of a person to be listening to us, but for some reason he liked us. And way back when, and I don't know what year this was, he's since moved on to bigger and better things. But as Attorney General, he would be driving from Salem to Portland, and he would listen to us. He stopped into our studio to hang with us one day and promote his book, and he called us out.
Yeah.
Because he said, when we announced that we were moving from 3 to 7 to 2 to 6, we teased ahead that was a big announcement.
Well, to be fair, I don't know if you remember how this went down, but
I don't.
Okay, so we started for no reason teasing that there was a big announcement, and we had no announcement. And we teased it for like 2 months. And then it became like a running joke. And then when we moved 2 to 6, we were like, oh, maybe that's the big announcement. So we didn't have anything to tease. We just did it. And then when we were like, oh, 2 to 6, then he got pissed. A lot of people were like, really? You teased that for... That's it? And to be fair to everyone behind the curtain, we didn't have anything. I think one day, it was like the Jamie Burke interview. We just teased it to be like, oh, we got something big.
So we can get people off our back.
Yeah, we're like, tune in. Something's happening.
So he called us out on it, and ever since we have been very hesitant to say we have a big announcement.
Hence the good little announcement.
Yeah, good little,
it's good little announcement.
There's some things here and there.
Things happen.
Today, there is a big announcement, and we are about to make it.
Thank you,
Could you lay out, please? Here is the big announcement. Beginning tomorrow, 1080 The Fan is on FM.
I feel like we need like Hulk Hogan. Like I'm ready to go.
Dude!
Woo!
Now, 1080 AM is not going anywhere, but the Fan radio network begins.
Yes.
Where we are on 9:10 AM, 1080 AM, and... Sorry, dragging out. 105.1 The Fan.
Woo!
Come on!
You boys like Mexico?
I just felt like partying.
What does that mean? When I feel like partying, it's
Dude,
Mexico.
that's huge.
Yeah.
So in studio with us is our new brand manager, our new fearless leader, Dusty Hara, who can talk more about this. Now, we hesitate to give you credit for this, Dusty, because it is not. I mean, Dusty did just get the brand manager job, so it kind of sounds like maybe Dusty was the one who flipped the fan to the FM. He is not, although he has been a big part of it behind the scenes.
He's the Barry Switzer of our station. He inherited a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, I was asking Ryan Cooley, our GM, earlier today. I was asking him, I said, when did conversations about this move start? And he said, he went back and looked, and he said that he and Jeff Austin, our former fearless leader,
yes,
rest in peace, those guys pitched our old GM, Tim McNamara, on this very idea of moving to the FM in 2012.
That sounds about right. So
that was 13 years ago.
But in radio terms, I would say that is probably a I would say that is probably a fair timeline in the world of radio, 13 years. Hold on. All hell is breaking loose now. All right.
Okay, hold on. Dusty's got to switch mics.
This is the most us thing ever.
Yeah, really.
Really.
Check.
Hey!
He's our leader. Now,
by the way, the look panic once again on Buckley's. It's just my favorite thing. We got the full-on hands up.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Why would anyone take the microphone off the microphone arm?
Yeah, I don't know. But we don't have another pod up over there.
An Odyssey station.
There we go.
Dusty, great engineering, by the way, because you just MacGyvered the S out of that right there.
He's a problem
This
solver.
is why he's the brand manager.
He's a problem solver.
Solving problems.
Okay. Now, wait. Here's the thing. Dusty, first of all, congratulations. This is a big day for the fan. This is a station we love greatly, and we've been on it for a long time, and you've been on it for a long time. This is huge.
No, it really is. Like Ryan was telling you earlier, like 13 years ago is when the wheels were set in motion. And Ryan, our GM, our former brand manager, Jeff Austin, those two guys put in so much effort lobbying, trying to get the fan to FM. It's a big move for us. The audience, just the reach that you can have, the quality of the sound that people are going to get, it's awesome for this station. And everybody that works here, we're in a place now where we can finally make that impact over the airwaves, and
hopefully one day get a new microphone,
and maybe get another pod up here for another microphone.
So just so people know, the Fan Radio Network, we're not going anywhere on 1080. The 1080 is the same as always. You will just also be able to hear us on 105.1, which is huge because there's just so many more people bouncing. People often ask, well, why? Who cares? What's the difference? There's so many more people bouncing around the FM dial.
And to be fair, I have two cars, and neither car has an AM radio, which is somewhat problematic. Now, we were on the 99.5 The Wolves HD, but good luck trying to explain to people where to find us on HD radio.
Look, and sometimes like you go through a spotty place, HD signal doesn't pick up.
Right.
Now, we will not be on 99.5 HD2 anymore.
That's going away.
Because 105.1 is an HD signal as well.
Right.
So we're going to be HD1. 910 will be moving to 105.1 HD2.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be it's going to live on there.
Yeah.
And we don't need an HD2 for 1080 because it's 105.1. We're running a simulcast, and that's awesome. And it's great too because if we run into a play-by-play event, we can split off so you guys can still work 5 days a week. It's not the 4-day work week.
I hate this.
I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This was not part of the agreement.
Yeah, right?
See what happens when Dusty gets a little bit of power. Next thing you know.
When Oregon goes and plays Rutgers and has a 3:30 game.
I'm not happy about this.
Isaac and Suk are going to be on 105.1.
So it's the Fan Radio Network.
Yeah, the Fan Sports Network, yeah.
Now, for those that don't know, this station flipped to all sports in 1990. Which was 35 years ago.
We're one of the longest running stations
I think
on the West
longest.
Coast.
We are the longest running continuous sports station on the West Coast.
Which is huge. I mean, this is not just a throwaway station where they play games and throw games on. We're a station that has been live and local with a lot of really good talent over the years, spanning 35 years, and this move to FM I think it opens up what is already a great Portland radio station and has been a heritage station in the market. It opens it up to people who just never went over to AM, people who've never heard it. This thing's been here for a long ass time, and now we're getting to where everyone is with it.
And it's a credit to everybody that works here that this station has gotten the weight to move over to FM. I mean, you think about where we were 13 years ago when Cooley went to the higher ups and tried pitching this. It was 2 local shows, right? When I started here 17 years ago, it was you two, me, Swag, and Travis Demers working at the station, and Jeff Austin, right? I mean, that was it. Those were the only people that were working here, and you guys were the only show. Now you fast forward to where we're at now, where we have a full lineup, and it's great content, and we're ready for this move. And it's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of work that's been put into it by a lot of people, and I'm excited for it, man.
Okay, so here's the next big thing. Okay.
So many drum rolls.
Yeah.
So many drum
And
rolls.
this may be bigger news to some of you who already listen to The Fan. We have a new lineup. There is a new lineup coming to The Fan beginning tomorrow at 6 a.m. Dusty, I will let you do the honors.
It's almost like we planned this.
Yeah, it's like
in sync, if you will.
Like there's a lot of changes, and moving to FM's not the only one.
I have concepts of a plan.
No, we got an actual plan. It's not even conceptual anymore.
No.
We have a plan that's
about
gonna
to be
in place.
executed.
So tomorrow morning, you get 1 additional hour of Dirt and Sprague moving forward.
Well deserved.
Can't believe they agreed to do that.
Rob's been trying to get us to reduce hours.
I want
for
3
years.
hours.
And they're young. They're young and spry.
Yeah.
Although they've been here a long time too.
They have been.
Like it's one of those things now that we're so damn old.
13 years. They said that in a meeting the other day.
Yeah.
They've been here 13 years. I'm like, wait, what?
That's how old we are.
Yeah.
It's just even the new guys are now old.
Well, we had to get new headshots, not just for the new website, but Rob doesn't even look like the same guy anymore. Your beard was a lot more dark the last time we had headshots done. So you guys are getting old. So Dirt and Sprague moving forward are going to be 6 to 10 a.m.
Okay.
From 10 to 1, we will have the firm of Harrison Meringue.
Okay.
Danny and Patrick moving from noon to 3 to 10 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will have 1 to 2 will be our Duck Insider with Joey Mack. 2 to 3, we are launching a new show called The Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson, ramping you guys back up to ultra local. And then 3 to 7, you guys are there, and then we're extending you guys to 10 p.m. You're 3 to 10 p.m. Isaac and Sue.
We're a part of this?
No,
I think so.
3 to 7. You guys aren't moving.
No, nothing.
You
changes.
guys are not moving.
Like I was hoping we were going to get some sort of like new. No, it just turned out we're just the same.
Yeah, this is kind of lame.
We're just here.
Well, we do have a big change for you guys in that.
What's up?
Club 1080 is no more.
Oh,
wait, no. We're still clubbing. It's just got a new name.
It's just the club now.
The club. Well, we can't call it.
Well, I kind of liked the idea of Club 105 because there's another club that's very similar to 105.
Club 205.
You want to talk about brand sponsors? Club 205. Call me. Club 105 brought to you by Club 205. Hello.
At what time, Buck?
About or around 6:05.
I mean,
Club 105 brought to you by Club 205 at 6:05.
Off the 405.
Boy.
it writes itself.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
So, answering one question that seems to be coming in on the text line: no more Colin on the fan.
No more Colin Cowherd. And look, that was a decision. Colin started his radio program
right here
on the fan airwaves.
Yep.
And this move all coincides with Colin having to go and move over to iHeart stations. And there's going to be more announcements on that looming, but Colin is heading over to a different station because, even though his relationship with the fan was important enough to where we were one of a handful of stations that
he fought to stay here.
Yeah,
he fought to stay here. He couldn't do it any longer. So a lot of it is in our control, but a lot of it's out of our control as well. And that was one of the moves that was out of our control. And it gives us the opportunity though to give Dirt and Sprague another hour to go. Now we have local programming from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. We got 13 hours of local programming. That's exciting to me to have that here on this station because I don't know if we've ever had 13 hours of local programming on the fan. Ever.
No, it's never happened. We've never. I mean, like I said, years ago when you started here, the only show was us two. You know, it was, and so to see this become a full-fledged station where we have the Ducks, the Seahawks, the pregame, the postgame, all the program that goes along with it, the ability to cut in on any local event that's happening. I mean, this is what this station has deserved for years, and this is kind of, I mean, we've all been talking about this for years. I think this was everyone's goal, and to see it come to fruition, it's amazing. Having been kind of with us and Swag, kind of the elder statesmen, again, so many of us have been here for 17 years. I mean, we have had everyone kind of pulling in this direction for, 15 plus years, and kind of see where this is at and to see it come to fruition. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's been great to see. And look, our GM Ryan is a big reason for it. Jeff Austin, who was the brand manager before me,
a lot of people believed in it.
He built this station to where it is, where we have all these local shows and we have a stable of talent that is worthy of making a big move like this. And, everybody put in a lot of legwork to make this happen. It wasn't just I was doing brand manager stuff and missing my show at the end of it. Like everything was moving forward to this point to where we could get the Fan on FM, and I'm pumped for it. We got a new logo. We've got everything, man.
It's got the bridge in it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the bridge from which we broadcast right underneath.
The trolls of Portland radio.
Yeah.
Live from under the 405.
That's right.
So tomorrow's going to be an awesome day.
Okay, 6
I'm
a.m.
excited. 6 a.m.
The
and
flip.
We got other changes too that are coming, not just the lineup change.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Maybe we can leave a couple surprises for people tomorrow when they tune in for the first time.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, the Fan is staying on 1080, but also now going to be on 105.1 FM beginning tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Let's go!
So we will no longer call it 1080 The Fan. We will be 105.1
The
We'll
Fan.
be 105.1 The Fan.
Yeah.
Also on 1080 though. It'll still be there.
Still be there.
So the new lineup starts tomorrow.
New lineup
6 a.m.
starts tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Okay. Thank you, Dustin.
No, thank you guys.
We love
man.
your hot body.
I love your hot dog.
Great job.
This is
It's a big deal,
This
man.
is a big deal.
Yeah.
For having done
It really
this for half of our adult lives, this is I would say it's safe to put it out there. This is the biggest little announcement we've ever had on this stupid
Well, the
show.
fan has kicked a lot of butt for a lot of years.
Yes.
And it deserves to be where it can kick some more butt, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean,
Yeah.
if it doesn't work, we're all fired, which, that's fine. That's what we sign up for. Let's go. Bring it, Lars.
Well, they did say when we first got this job, you haven't been in radio until you've been fired.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't been in radio, I guess.
I guess I've been doing this for 20 years. And
I've
no
been in
one's-
TV.
Well, yeah, you got fired from TV.
You
And that's happened. Yeah. So you've been in TV, but not radio. So
Yeah.
congratulations on not being in radio
Just a
for
hobby
20
of
plus
mine
years.
doing this.
See, well, good. I mean,
Yes.
none of us have actually been in radio. I think we're doing all right.
Yeah.
I think so.
S's and giggles, hey,
doing okay.
It's fun.
I love the station and I love the move.
Yeah.
Let's get it done. All right, we'll start our show coming up next on the Fan.
105.
105.
Numbers, fans.
Well, now we're going to have to do a announcement post-game show segment.
I think so.
Because a lot of questions floating out there.
Mainly, how did Buckley screw up the microphone situation? Which, by the way, Buckley, we will never let you live down. That will be yours forever.
Well,
okay, we apologize.
It wasn't really his fault.
No, but let's blame it on him.
But in the moment, you immediately turn to the producer.
Well, yeah.
It's just the most.
We expect you to get it right.
Yeah.
Thank
you. The most thing ever is we've been planning.
Glad I've earned that reputation.
This has been going on for months behind the scenes, weeks that we've been planning this exact moment. We had a meeting about when to announce. We bring Dusty in, and the look when we realize the microphone that he's in front of doesn't work.
And the other one's missing.
And the microphone that is supposedly ready to go doesn't have a microphone.
An Odyssey station.
It's just an empty, it's like an empty, what would you call it?
It's an arm without a hand.
It's an arm without a mic on it. So you had to take the cord.
What the hell is going on?
And plug it into the other microphone. Oh.
So
beautiful.
A lot of people are asking, does this affect the app? And the answer is no.
No.
You will still get us on the app.
Yeah.
I'll refrain from making a joke.
Thank you.
But we're on there.
Yeah.
And
I listen to Dirt and Sprague every damn day on that app.
Yeah, you do.
And now I get to listen for 1 extra hour.
What was the other question?
I don't know.
Here's a text. How many moms are going to be confused when they're running to Costco tomorrow? Turn on 105.1 The Buzz to hear Rob say, "Are your balls jiggling?"
I'll tell you right now. I said this in the meeting. I want...
Are your balls jiggling?
I want the complaint emails and calls. I would like those.
This is going to be great.
Because, yes.
Yeah. Because it's not The Buzz, it's Bella.
It's Bella. Yeah. 105.1 Bella, which is like a female adult contemporary
now
station.
It's Fella, am I right?
I want nothing more than tomorrow, 7:15. Midge gets in the car expecting to hear Katy Perry, and all of a sudden it's Swag's voice, and then Dirt and Sprague. And then, yes, some lady picking up her kid from childcare gets Rob talking about take your Halloween and shove it up your little kid ass. I just am desperate to hear those calls and see those emails because it's going to be wonderful.
Take your Halloween and shove it up your little kid ass.
It's a whole new world, ladies.
Fun story.
Maybe this will open up a whole new audience for us, though.
We haven't. Well, it should.
Yeah.
And part of that is going to be hard for us because it's a delicate balance of us having to let you in on the inside jokes, but also, without stopping down and explaining everything, right?
Yeah.
So, quick example. Apparently, so we have a new voice guy that you'll hear tomorrow on 105. And if you're just tuning in, we announced we're flipping to 105.1 The Fan. Yeah. We'll still be on 1080. Now, that news is big for us and was the headline story, but I think for a lot of listeners that already listen to The Fan, the bigger news is that there's a lineup change, and we'll get to that in a second. But Dusty was telling me that the new voice guy is a black guy, and
why's it got to be a black guy?
Well, listen.
Now I'm uncomfortable.
So he was listening to our show for the first time, and it was a club where we were playing all of your racist out of context drops. So he's like, what is this? What am I voicing? Who are these guys? So this is the delicate dance.
And then he looked up and then he saw my picture and he's like,
I
don't think I can do this.
So like things like this.
I just have always preferred the white.
My mom is adorably racist.
I wish I could have more white things. The color white to me just always works.
You know?
Yeah. I know that I'll probably have to join a white supremacist gang.
So we've got a lot of things like that. We've been on for a long time. We've got a lot of stuff we have to explain to a new audience. It's gonna be wild.
Not gonna lie, I wasn't prepared for the African American voice guy. Yeah, that's
well, hopefully we'll win him over time. Just please, sir, understand those are out of context.
All like 72 of them.
Out of context. That's what we do here.
The love of God.
But like if it's the first time, like, I mean, imagine people, like you said, Midge is tuning in and she hears some of this stuff for the first time, dude. Yeah. I can't wait for the emails.
It's going to be problematic. Well, and she's like,
and
why?
The voicemails.
The Willamette, and it's a whole thing. And
well, I really enjoy the show. Thank you. Bye.
I will say that one of my dearest friends in the whole wide world, he can't handle us. He doesn't listen, but his wife loves us. So, again, maybe this opens up a whole new demographic for us. the housewife that's like, I don't know what those two old bastards have going on, but I find them funny.
So Dirt and Sprague, 6 to 10.
Yes.
Beginning tomorrow. Extra hour of Dirt and Sprague.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get
well deserved, by the way.
Then you get Meringue and the law. They call it the firm, the law firm of Meringue and Harris, Patrick Harris. They will go until 1 o'clock.
Yes,
10 to 1. Then it's Ducks Insider for all you Duck nerds.
We get a little Joey Mack, and that was always weird because we would have to run Duck Insider, but a lot of times we'd run Duck.
Whoa.
Duck. Ooh.
Goose.
Duck Insider after the games had already aired, which was a little awkward.
Yeah. So you'd hear Dana Altman previewing Rutgers when they had already beaten Rutgers.
So we'll actually get Joey Mack live from wherever he's doing it down in Eugene.
Well, and the Ducks are a big deal.
Yeah.
And middays, having Duck-centric programming is a good thing.
And we're still home of the Ducks and the Seahawks, by the way.
And then Luke Anderson gets a chance to do his bits from
hour.
2 to 3, happy hour, and then he'll lead into us, and we're just, 3 to 7. So there's your new lineup. No more Colin Cowherd, which is a big story.
Yes.
But he's been on the station for years. So live and local, 13 hours, bro.
It's kind of crazy.
Get on board.
To after all these years to see this become a real station. We have
treated like it.
Yes,
by our company.
Well, we've told this story before, but years and years and years ago, when we started the club, and by the way, you know how many times we have been told that we're slitting our own throat by doing the show that we do? No, I'm not going to give you no cookie. So to everyone that said that, by the way, bite me. So when we started the club, because we were like, oh, it's the last hour, and that used to be a throwaway hour where we'd replay Blazer audio. And we're like, yeah, we're not doing that. And the first time the club beat another, we won't say the station, but it beat our big FM station here in our cluster. We were rewarded by moving the show 2 to 6 so that we could no longer do the club. That's how we were treated. Hey, you guys are awesome. Oh my God, you beat the big FM station and now you're being moved so that you can't do that anymore. And here we are all these years later and being moved to the FM dial. It is awesome to see the full local lineup. It's awesome to see all those guys getting rewarded. And I just think it's great that we have been here the whole time. And we went from being the only employees to some employees as just a piece of the cog of this giant FM blow. What was the 50,000 watt? What was it? What, didn't we figure that out?
50,000 kilowatt blowtorch?
That's right. It's a 50,000 watt blowtorch on the FM dial, bitch.
Yeah, we're going to take a lot of calls now. Every day is going to be calls.
Just hot calls, which also I would like to point out, we were told that we were slitting our own throat when we stopped taking phone calls.
Well, I was
Google
told,
me, bitch.
I was told by the big, who's that guy? Ken Beck. We've had a lot of guys.
Big guys.
Big corporate guys. Ken Beck got me on the horn right when they first hired me to put with you.
Yeah.
And he was like, Isaac, calls. And in my head, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, no chance.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, Ken, you're right. Yeah, we'll take a lot of calls. Never took any calls. No. And here we are, 17 years later, 18 years later.
Something
if you think about it, you not quite as much, but Swag and I have been at this radio station for roughly two thirds of its existence, 35 years.
Yeah.
The station's been going for 35 years,
Yep.
sports. And we've been here since 2000, 2001.
Yeah. And I came, 2.5 years later, something like that?
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So we're happy to be like a small part of ushering this into a new era. So tomorrow we begin on 105.1. We'll still be on 1080. No longer on 99.5 HD2, so you'll have to flip up the dial to 105.1.
The nice part is we don't need an HD station because 105.1 is an HD station.
Right.
Although,
right.
Remember now,
right.
105.1 to the HD2 will now be the 910 signal.
Sports talk.
So that's kind of the cool thing is we've got a sports network now. You have us on 105.1, you have 1080 The Fan and 910. All of that. Although I'm not happy with this whole not getting bumped off for Ducks programming anymore.
Someone asked, what's going to happen when the Ducks play on a Friday or the Seahawks on a Monday? See, this is part of it.
We've got multiple
It's called
places.
the Fan Sports Network.
Yes.
So we have 3 radio stations now. So anything that is play-by-play, like Seahawks or Ducks, will move over to 1080.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes.
And then all of our regular programming stays. So you don't get any interruptions in your day part.
No.
Your regular day part.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, time to commence regularly scheduled programming.
Let's talk about the WNBA All-Star Game.
Did that happen?
I know you watched.
I didn't watch. I barely watched the damn Open.
Yeah.
Boring.
I kept waiting for there to be some drama. There wasn't.
Well, there was a double bogey.
Does that do something for you?
It was the closest thing to
No.
So let's wrap up the weekend in sports. Coming up next, here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on 1080 The Fan.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan on the Hardwood, veteran point guard Chris Paul will sign with the Los Angeles Clippers for his 21st season in the association. In the NFL, Titans quarterback Will Levis is elected to have season-ending shoulder surgery. This will officially make number 1 overall pick Cam Ward the Titans' Week 1 starter. On the college gridiron, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff is enrolled at Tulane University following his honor code suspension in Provo. On the diamond, the Mariners open a 3-game series against the red-hot Milwaukee Brewers in Seattle tonight. Milwaukee's won 10 straight, including a weekend sweep of the Dodgers in L.A. Brandon Woodruff is on the bump for the Brew Crew. George Kirby toes the rubber for the M's. First pitch from T-Mobile at 6:40. On the college hardwood, Dana Altman and the Ducks pick up a commitment from Nigerian big man Ega Demir. The 6'10", 250-pounder has been living in Turkey since age 14 and playing professionally there for the last 3 years. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now, Window Nation brings you on-demand videos. Watch Window Nation's window into 1080 The Fan.
Do you owe $10,000?
The Fan.
That's right. Now to sports talk.
Sports.
Scotty won.
Yeah.
And it was boring.
Yeah. Look.
4 and counting.
He's amazing. But at the same time, dude, that guy is the definition of milquetoast. Like, the worst thing you could have in golf is if he turns into just this dominant force year after year after year. This is not what golf needs. Golf has been trying to manufacture the next Tiger Woods, and this is where I'll stop here. Like, what Scotty's doing is incredible, but we've seen this from Brooks Koepka, we've seen it from Rory, we've seen it from Spieth. There's been plenty of guys that have had moments in time. And I thought it was fun that even Scotty balked at the idea of someone comparing him to Tiger. He was like, please stop. Like, Tiger's dominance was like nothing we'd ever seen. Peak Tiger's the greatest golfer of all time. The other thing about Tiger is, for whatever reason, because he wasn't the most dynamic personality, but the man moved the needle, and Scheffler doesn't. I remember, like, years ago when Tiger would have one of these runaways, it was still must-watch TV. I don't know about you. I watched maybe 30 minutes of the final round just because it was anticlimactic.
Well,
he doesn't get me.
Well, but I think some of that is the fact that he's kicking everyone's ass. Like, I would venture to guess that when Tiger Woods was winning by 10 shots, it wasn't that interesting either. He was a more interesting figure than Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
But when he has won 4 majors. Mm-hmm. One of them he beat Colin Morikawa by 1 shot. The other 3 he's won by 4 shots, 5 shots, and 5 shots. Yeah. So most pros know they can't really. Rory's playing really well right now. Yeah. I think some of it is not. It's not. I mean, Scotty is not a huge personality, and that is not great for golf. You're right. But at the same time, I think a larger part of it is the fact that just dominating. He's obliterating these yesterday out of nowhere. That was kind of weird. But then he follows it right. Yeah. It's really amazing what he's doing. But at the same time, we're also spoiled by having watched Tiger, and it's not Tiger. And so you're like, it doesn't. I think Tiger is like the worst thing for Scotty.
Yes.
Because we all watched Tiger, and there was a flair to Tiger, and Scotty's just clinical. He's a clinician, and
and he even says it like the press conferences, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go win another major. I'm gonna go home and hang out with my wife and kids, and he turns down every endorsement, every media opportunity. Say what you will about Tiger, again, maybe not being the biggest personality, but for example, both Nike guys, right? Even though Nike has gotten out of the club business and balls, Scotty Scheffler is a Nike guy. When Tiger would win, there would be how many great Nike commercials were backing Tiger, and there was narrative that kind of pushed that. When's the last time you saw Scotty Scheffler do anything? Now, there was kind of a cool little Nike put it out on Twitter about, winning, and it wasn't everything, and then it was a photo of like him and his kid.
So the first picture, what Nike did, what I thought was really good, and they're always good about this.
Yeah.
Right after a win like that, they put out a side-by-side picture. The first picture on the left was Scotty bending down, reaching out for his little kid who was running towards him.
Yeah.
And it said, "Scotty, you've already won."
Yeah.
But then the second picture was him hoisting the trophy, saying, "But another major doesn't hurt too,"
Sure.
or something like that.
And that's about the only thing you'll see from Scotty. Whereas when Tiger, we had the chip right in between the legs. We had the ball, the chip in with it stopping on the lip of the cup and rolling in. There were all these iconic moments with Tiger, and then it was this buzz because he was an African American and he was changing who was listening, who was paying attention to golf, and it was a big cultural phenomenon. And Scotty's just a boring guy that goes out there and just strangles you to death. And I don't know. I don't know if that's good for golf. What Scotty Scheffler is doing right now is incredible, and we'll see if he can keep it up. Because again, we've seen a handful of guys, more than 1 or 2, that have had runs that are similar to this, where you reel off, 3-4 majors, and then it doesn't stick. And we've heard from Scotty saying that this isn't the end all to be all. This isn't what he sets out to do. This isn't what drives him. So again, you ask the question, does this guy have another 10-year run in him, or do we start to tail off? Rory won 4 in a very short period of time, didn't win another one for a decade. Is that, or are we about to see Scotty go on this historic Tiger-like run? And if he does, it's good for the game, because the game needs stars and the game needs stories, but I don't know if it's the best thing, what could be for golf. If this is the next hero, I'm not certain that Scotty moves the needle.
Well, that was for the good of the game.
It is wild that Rory did win. He won 4 majors over a 3-year period.
Yeah.
And then did not win another one for 11 years.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like saying, like if I told you right now, because at the time they weren't saying this, but if I told you right now that Scotty, who has just won his 4th major, won't win another one until, 2036?
You'd laugh.
That was Rory.
Yeah.
You would laugh. But, I mean,
It happens.
It does. But I think Scotty, boy, I got to tell you, man, he's awful good.
Yes.
He's awful good. And I think he's got a real chance to be different than some of those other guys you mentioned and rattle off a bunch here. He is demoralizing fields.
Yeah.
Like there are guys that are going out there going, dude, we're not beating him this week.
Well, that was Harris Inglis, by the way, who finished second at the British and finished second to him at the Masters. Excuse me, not the Masters, the PGA. Rory won the Masters. He finished second. Harris English would be a 2-time major champion winner if it wasn't for Scotty Scheffler. The guy went 13 under at the Open. And did you hear any of him at the end?
I didn't.
Yeah, they were talking to him and he was like, well, I mean, real happy with the way I played. And that guy, I mean, he basically just admitted, he goes, this is twice now where I've been really happy and felt like I put myself in position to win, but that guy. And it is. It's one of those things where...
See, Rory doesn't have that.
No.
Even when Rory was winning majors, he didn't have that.
Well, and all of his peers now are essentially conceding that.
Exactly.
Rory said Scotty Scheffler is, well, it's inevitable. And then Hao Tong Lee says 4 shots behind, it's kind of like I get to play for second. That going into the final round. And then Xander Schauffele, when you see his name on top of the leaderboard, yeah, it kind of sucks for us.
Yeah, that's what's different about Scheffler. Yeah. Not different than Tiger, but different than anybody since Tiger.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that keeps going. I mean, he does seem to be wired. I know he's gotten a lot of heat for some of those comments that he made last week about what he really cares about. But I just don't. It's interesting that he just came out that tournament and obliterated everyone.
Yes.
Like that dude is so
Start to
wired.
finish.
He's wired to. He's super competitive,
Yeah.
and I just don't know if you can turn that off. I think he's wired in a way that I think he could rattle off a bunch. We'll see. He's got to stay healthy because remember he got hurt with the hand, had a slow start to the season. But he's.
That was a cut to the hand.
Ravioli fist.
Yeah, exactly.
He was cutting raviolis with a wine glass.
Yeah.
He is. God.
Yeah.
He's just. He just hits the right shot every time. It's easy to take for granted, but it's just.
Well, he said they were asking him like, what's the thought process going out on going into Sunday? Put the ball in the fairway, iron, green, 2-putt.
It's not that easy.
Thanks.
It's not that easy.
And just listening to him, I just he puts me to sleep. But damn it, the guy just goes out and strangles the field.
Yeah. Well, congrats. I didn't have him in my Rolodex of bets. So.
Well, it's getting to the point that if you don't take him, then you're
I'm a little pissed. I had a moment. There was a moment. Gosh, when was that? Was that at the end of Saturday? It might have been early Sunday. No, I think it was towards the end, middle of Saturday.
Yeah.
He was minus 120.
I didn't realize it got that low.
It did, yeah. And I looked at that and I went, ooh.
Squeeze the trigger on that?
I didn't. Yeah. Should have, obviously. Yeah. But I didn't.
We said it on Friday. We're like, God, is this even going to be competitive? And no,
it was not.
It was
and
not.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's it. Is that when Rory has a lead like that, you do not know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That is far from a lock.
Yeah.
It could be a roller coaster.
Exactly. If Scotty has a lead like that, and that's what Buck was saying about the whole. Even the players are saying when Scotty has a lead like that, when he shows up like that, we're all dead.
And did you see
we're
the
all
stat on
playing
him too?
for second place.
That when he has the 54-hole lead, he's 10 out of 10 finishing. Like you can't get him on Sunday if he's had it in the bag on Saturday.
Nope.
And most of that is putting, as they've alluded to on the broadcast.
And Tiger had that too, by the way. Tiger didn't give up leads.
No, he never gave him up.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that was always a knock on Tiger that he would never come from
back
behind
on a Sunday,
to win a major. But that's because he was always kicking everyone's ass.
Exactly.
So, major season is over for 2025 already.
I know.
Although we do have a Ryder Cup.
Yeah, that's Harris English, ring, anybody?
What, you want English on the team? He should be on the team. He's playing great.
Should be. Again, if he wasn't going against the freaking cyborg, he'd win. He had 2 majors this year.
Also, the last name English sounds like he should be Team Europe.
And he's just so crazy and zany.
By the way, first guy since Ernie Els. Oh, God.
Isn't that right?
Can we get someone with
He's
a
wild
freaking personality? Somebody? Max Homa? He's the first guy since Ernie Els to Tiger Woods to lose 2 majors to the same damn guy in the same year.
Yeah, well, play better.
Welcome to Ernie. Welcome to Ernie Els.
Without Scotty at that tournament, that would have been fun.
Yes,
there were a
would've.
ton of guys up there fighting for second. But did you hear what Hao Tong Lee said to Scotty?
No.
Hao Tong Lee, who plays on the DP World Tour, he's from China. He was up there and he was playing with Scotty in the final group, and he was walking with Scotty, and he was like, "Hey, if I ever make the tour, when I make the tour, I guess he's gonna play on the tour now."
Yeah.
He said, "Can I come practice with you?" And Scotty was like, "Yeah, sure,
of course."
And then Hao Tong said, "He said, well, don't forget my name." And Scotty said, "Hao Tong who?" And that's the clip of Hao Tong laughing hysterically.
That's the one.
That's what he said to
Okay.
him to make him laugh like that.
Nice.
Because Scotty's not going to let him practice with him.
No.
I ain't letting you get out.
But he said playing with Scotty on the course in the 4th round was lovely.
Just the idea that you go 11 under at the Open and you lose by 6 shots. You're like, it's not supposed to happen that way.
All right, we got a break. Coming up, we have cool sports things like somebody trying to pay their way into the Big 12. Coming up on The Fan.
The home of Dirt and Spray.
I'm Dirt. If the old Pac-12 was only going to get 18 to 23, why would this Pac-12 get even close to that? So
1080 The Fan.
Hey, nice to have you along. Just announced earlier this hour that we will begin broadcasting on 105.1 FM tomorrow at 6 a.m. So make sure you tune in.
105.1 The Fella.
You're going to get crystal clear Dirt and Sprague tomorrow morning at 6.
I cannot wait for the complaints, though, from the middle-aged housewife.
I'll tell you what. You want to know who's pissed? My daughter-in-law.
Oh, is she a Bella fan, huh?
She loves Bella. She's like, what are you doing?
Well,
like, I don't know.
The gym I go to, Crunch.
It's the station they chose.
It plays Bella over the speakers. And I'm not
anymore.
Not anymore.
Wait, will it play us until it figures out that
that's what I'm wondering.
And then they're like, we gotta.
But we need to send somebody at 3:00 tomorrow to find out if you're playing at the gym.
Well, I'll go in the morning and I'll find out if they have Dirt and Sprague. I'm guessing that there will be a panicked, what the hell is this? And we'll switch over. I don't know where they go, but yeah, they're a Bella over there. So apparently not anymore.
Bella.
Sorry,
Bella.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about that is that, you would think that would affect a lot of people. It's like, that sucks because it's a station that had a bunch of people on it and they lose their job or whatever. There was not one person employed at Bella.
No, that was, it's called automation. We put the damn robots out of business. Hey, we're actually standing up to automation. For once, we're telling AI to suck it.
That's a good point.
Yes.
We are.
We're pushing back. We're like John Connor fighting the damn Terminator at this point. We're like the last beacon. We're the wall that AI slams into and says, no more.
Most people can suck it.
Exactly.
All right, well, coming up next now.
Next. How many times will we tease coming up next after we've just talked about the announcement that was made earlier in the day?
Memphis has proposed a lucrative offer to join the Big 12, and apparently the Big 12 is like, cute, but no.
Hey, it worked for SMU.
No. It sure did, but it has not worked, at least yet,
No.
for Memphis. We'll get to that next, followed by our Stockwatch on the Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on 1080 The Fan.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan on the hardwood, veteran point guard Chris Paul will sign with the Los Angeles Clippers for his 21st season in the NBA. In the NFL, Titans quarterback Will Levis has elected to have season-ending shoulder surgery, paving the way for number 1 overall pick Cam Ward to officially be announced as the Titans' number 1 week 1 starter. On the college gridiron, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff has enrolled at Tulane University following his honor code suspension. The fun joke on the internet, BYU to Tulane. On the diamond, the Mariners open a 3-game set against the red-hot Milwaukee Brewers in Seattle. Milwaukee's won 10 straight, including a weekend sweep over the Dodgers in L.A. Brendan Woodruff on the bump for the Brew Crew tonight. George Kirby toes the rubber for the M's. First pitch from T-Mobile is at 6:40. And on the college hardwood, Dana Altman and the Ducks pick up a commitment from Nigerian big man Ega Demir. He's 6'10" at 250 pounds and has been playing professionally in Turkey for the last 3 years. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Jump back to earlier parts of your favorite fan shows on the Odyssey app. The only way to rewind Portland's sports leader, 1080 The Fan.
If you can find the time to explore the mind of a stripper, then you can find the time to spend with your actual family.
Primetime with Isaac and Sue.
Damn! What they on? All steroids and no carbs? Them some thick-ass kids.
This is Primetime.
We're not like you. We're grown-ups.
Your source for the best in local, regional, and national sports.
Oh, my goodness!
Here are Isaac Ropp and Jason Sakanik with Primetime on 1080 The Fan.
All right, nice to have you along. Good little Monday. Good little Monday. A little announcement earlier today on our show.
Good little announcement. For once, we actually teased something, and it lived up to the billing.
Did it?
Yes.
Well, a lot of listeners.
This is a big deal.
A lot of listeners are saying,
"Oh, stop it."
That this is not. We were already on the FM, so it's like,
here's the situation.
We don't care that you're going to 105.1, which that's the big announcement. We're going to 105.1 beginning tomorrow.
Yes.
On the FM. But I think the bigger thing to fan listeners was that the lineup change starts tomorrow.
Yes.
And that, so they felt like we buried the lead a little bit. But in inside baseball terms, like here in the building, the much bigger news is that we have overtaken and swallowed up Bella.
Yes.
That's a win for sports.
This is a monster day for the Fan. I mean, the future of sports radio is on FM, and we've been fighting for 12 years to get over there. So the fact that we've been able to do that, anyone that doesn't think this is a big deal, bite me. This is a big deal.
Suk says to bite him.
Yes. Although not literally, because, I don't want to get bit. I think that would hurt, but,
So, starts tomorrow at 6 with Dirt and Sprague. It's going to be great. And the feedback from the pissed off Bella listeners is going to be even better. Yes, and I want a running. We need in this studio somehow to have a running sort of. Do they have a text line over there?
I would hope so. There's got to be some sort of whiner line over there.
Maybe we tap into that.
People are going to get pissed.
I want the running dialogue during our show.
Yeah. So if your wife out there listens to Bella and she comes home and is super pissed, please let us know. I want all of that hate. It's going to keep me warm in the wintertime.
Do you think the sports bra's gunning for us now?
Oh, yeah, we took out Bella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They may like Bella over there.
I don't know how that works.
All right.
Still haven't been invited out to the sports bra. I'm waiting.
Memphis. It's in Tennessee.
It is in Tennessee. Been many a time. 2 separate bowl games in Memphis, Tennessee. And believe me, good part of Memphis, bad part of Memphis.
Well, I'm speaking of the university.
Yeah. I practiced at the University of Memphis. And let me tell you, back then, not so great.
They're in the news today because it has come out that they have proposed a lucrative offer to join the Big 12. So no longer are the conferences trying to lure in different schools. Yeah. The schools are begging to be in the conferences.
Which is interesting because Memphis was courted by all of the group of, I guess now is it group of 5, group of 6, whatever the hell you're calling that. The Mountain West, the Pac-12. And they don't want that. They're trying to buy their way into the lesser of the Big 4, but it's still a member of the Big 4.
Yeah, so the proposal is one of the most aggressive membership propositions in college athletics history. Yeah. and it featured hundreds of millions of dollars in sponsorship commitments to the Big 12 from Memphis-affiliated corporate partners, as well as the school eschewing revenue distribution from the league for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
So it was basically $500 million worth of stuff.
Yeah, and so they were saying like, hey, all right, we partner with FedEx, right? FedEx is a Memphis company. They're big. FedEx is going to dump a bunch of money into the Big 12. So it wasn't like Memphis saying, hey, we're going to give you.
Because they don't, I mean, they couldn't afford that.
They couldn't afford that, but they're saying the people that partner with us, we guarantee you. And I wonder, by the way, how much of that is, can you really guarantee that? Because, it would seem to make sense that if someone is talking about bringing in $500 million to the Big 12, you would think that the Big 12 would be open to that. It makes me wonder how concrete some of those promises are.
Well, I think they were open to it. It sounds like they don't have the votes. One of the Big 12 administrators said, we vetted Memphis when we added the other four and chose not to add them. What's changed now? Well, what's changed now is they're offering you something.
Yes.
And by the way, they're offering you 5 years without any payouts.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems to me like, I don't know. That seems to be a good deal. It's not like it's, I'm trying to think. It's not like it's Sac State trying to get into your league.
Yeah, Memphis
is all right.
Yeah, and Memphis has had success on
good program
in both basketball and football. And let's also not pretend the Big 12 is necessarily a powerhouse. When you look at what's an anchor program in the Big 12? I mean, you don't.
What
have
is the anchor program?
I mean, it depends. You're talking basketball. You're talking, football. Football. I mean,
what is it?
Do you say it's Utah? Do you say it's Texas Tech? Do you say it's BYU?
I don't think of it as this is weird. This is just my opinion, but I just feel like the new schools that can't be the anchor program. Like Utah may be the best program.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's the anchor program because I don't associate Utah with it's still weird that Utah is in the Big 12. I would say the one left that's old Big 12 that maybe is an anchor is Oklahoma State.
I guess, but Oklahoma State really hasn't done anything other than be a solid program. TCU played for a national championship, but TCU certainly doesn't feel like any sort of anchor that you're holding on to.
K-State, Kansas.
It's my point is, so to me, when you're talking about adding a Memphis to it, I don't think that Memphis waters anything down. How about that?
I don't either.
But
they don't.
They
don't like this deal.
They're not interested. Which again, I wonder if Memphis came to you and said, "Hey, we're not taking any money and we're personally writing you checks." Does that do it, or is it just one of those where you're like, "Dude, not interested"? I'll be interested to see where this goes because SMU. Now I get it. SMU is different than Memphis. But SMU basically went to the ACC and said, please let us in. And they didn't offer $500 million in sponsorship. They just said, let us in and we won't take any money. And I don't remember for how long, but it was a couple $100 million over the course of, I want to say it was through the length of this deal, which was like an extra 8 years. And they said, no, we don't need any. And it was good enough to get SMU in. Now I get SMU's got big money. SMU's in Dallas. But that's the ACC. This is the Big 12. You would think that maybe that there would have been more interest there. I'm surprised that the Big 12 wasn't interested.
Well, they are interested. I mean, it says that the proposal was attractive enough to garner weeks of exploration from the conference. It comes at a financially stressful time as Big 12 leaders work to compete against the Big 10 and the SEC. Memphis' proposal is described as a no-risk concept, according to some in the Big 12, and it also sets a standard of expansion fees to enter a league. The school would take zero distribution for the final 5 years of the league's new TV deal with ESPN and Fox, add the sponsorships in excess of $150 million over 5 years, and subject itself to expulsion after the 2031 season if the Big 12 deems it not added value. That's crazy.
Is this possible that this smacks of you're at the bar, it's a little late.
Here comes the hot analogy.
Yeah, and it's just it's kind of an act of desperation. It's like, hey,
We've all been there.
I know you don't really want me.
Hello there.
It's called the Thursday night girlfriend because you wouldn't want her on the weekends, but it's Thursday night, and it just seems very a desperate attempt. And maybe people in the Big 12 are just sitting there and being like, dude, if you're this desperate, what really do you bring to the table? Certainly, from a media standpoint, it's not going to increase the TV payout for the Big 12. And so you're sitting there and saying, okay, for 5 years, it doesn't cost us anything. After that, though, we do have to split the pie with you. Or we kick you out. I don't know. I guess I can see from the Big 12's perspective that this really doesn't add anything. So if it doesn't add anything, why do it?
I guess I just don't understand how you could say that it doesn't add anything when they're giving you $150 million of advertising revenue over 5 years, and they're saying we won't take any of your revenue. I mean, what? Not giving you anything. I don't know. If I'm Memphis, they do seem desperate, but at the same time, I get why that would be a good deal for them to eventually get into the Big 12, and in the long run, they'd be better off for it.
And that's why I wonder, you can say that we're guaranteeing you this money with sponsorship dollars, but is that signed, sealed, and delivered? Because again, these are all reports. I saw this from Yahoo.
FedEx, Lowe's, and AutoZone.
So it's
we're the three big. They were the three big companies that are partners with Memphis.
And they're saying guaranteed that's going in. And I'd be interested to know, where does that, because that says it goes into the Big 12 coffers, but does it go into each individual schools? You know what I mean? If I vote to let you in, eventually I have to split the pie with you, right? This is always why there's not just these giant expansions, because most schools don't bring in, because what's the payout in the Big 12? 30-ish million. So down the road, you do have to split the pie another way, and it's 30 million off the books. And so you can say, hey, we're bringing in 150 million in revenue from AutoZone and FedEx, and what was the other one?
What did I say? I said,
well, you knew FedEx because that was the big Memphis one. AutoZone and
Lowe's,
right? So you say you're bringing in these sponsorship dollars. Does that go directly into each school's pocket? Does it go into a bigger coffer, the Big 12?
That's probably the holdup.
Maybe it's one of those things where the schools being like, okay, well, when do I see, for letting you in, what do I get out of it? Because at the end of the day, these schools are selfish, and it really about, and you need the vote. So for Oklahoma State to look at that and be like, all right, of this 150 million, how much do I see? And
it at the least it increases their revenue, so it would increase Oklahoma State's cut by, I don't know, how many are in the Big 12? Do they actually have 12?
Yeah, they have 12. Right.
Yeah, so you would add a 13th. So it tangibly increases the amount in Oklahoma State's pocket, or whoever votes against it. But maybe you're right that the holdup is, well, how set in stone is that?
Yeah.
What if the economy takes a downturn and FedEx pulls their money? The devil's always in the details.
By the way, they have 16 teams, so this would be 17.
Whoa. God. I love how the Big 12 has 16.
16.
The Big 10 has about 30. The SEC has 20.
We already have super conferences.
And what's the other one? How many does the ACC have these days?
I think they have ACC teams number. I think they have around that same 18.
They have 18.
They have 18, and then 19 if you give them a de facto Notre Dame that plays half of an ACC schedule.
Wow. What's the smallest league?
Probably the Big 12.
So they all have.
So the Big 10 has 18.
The Big 12 has 16.
Yeah, so I think 16 is probably the least.
That's the smallest.
That's the smallest.
God. All right, kids. We're ready for Stockwatch. What we're buying and selling from the weekend in sports next on The Fan.
Thanks to our fan listeners for making the 11th annual Fan Golf Classic at Langdon Farms a success.
What's up, y'all? Having a great time out here.
Thanks also to Wilsonville Toyota, Henderson and Daughter Windows and Doors, Philbrook Injury Law, Accident and Injury Lawyers, Maestro Dobel Tequila, Portland Indoor Golf Club, and Vulcan Design and Construction. We'll see you next year for the 12th Fan Golf Classic with 1080 The Fan.
Now, here's a quick look at Portland traffic.
In Tualatin, I-205 northbound is slow.
Okay, it's time for Stockwatch, which is prepared by none other than Ryan James Buckley.
No, close.
Ryan Jim Buckley.
Starts with a P.
Ryan Patrick Buckley.
There it is.
Butley.
Yeah, that
Drop a Butley?
that was the old elementary school dig.
Oh,
was-
Butley?
Yeah, Butley.
It's a Butley.
Yeah. It got a little more off color going through middle school and high school.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
But let's get
With
on to
the
the
F word,
Stockwatch.
you know?
Yeah, that's right. We had the Open Championship dominated by Scotty Scheffler. Obviously, a lot was made about his comments earlier in the week and how much golf mattered. I thought Jordan Spieth summed up Scotty nicely. Here's what he had to say.
He doesn't care to be a superstar. He's not transcending the game like Tiger did. He's not bringing it to non-golf audience necessarily. He doesn't want to go do, the stuff that, a lot of us go do corporately, anything like that. He just wants to get away from the game and separate the two, because I know that he, at one time felt it was too much, that he was taking it with him. And, whenever he made that switch, I don't know when it was, but, he has hobbies, he's always with his family. They're always doing stuff. So I think it's more so the difference in personality from any other superstar that you've seen in the modern era and maybe any sport. I don't think anybody's like him. He doesn't care to be a superstar.
That was a repeat. But buy or sell that what makes Scotty boring is also what makes Scotty great.
Sure, I'll buy into that. I mean, obviously, whatever he's doing is working. And, it does feel very robotic, but he's able to compartmentalize. And, I don't know how you could argue any other way that approach that he takes helps him to be great. The question becomes, can he stay on top? Or eventually does this lead to him not willing to put in the work, especially as the kids get older and more things become important? We know that he's not obsessed with the game, and whether we like it or not, the people that are obsessed with the sport are usually the ones that change the sport. So we've seen runs of greatness like this since Tiger. We've never seen anyone with a sustained success. So that to me is the bigger question, is does this mentality, which helps him be great, can he sustain it for the next 10 years?
So the idea is that, like Spieth was talking there about, Scotty is just kind of not really playing the game.
He doesn't care to be a star. He's not interested in transcending the game.
He's
not
not
interested
real-
in chasing the corporate money.
Because
he just kind of goes about his
He
business.
is only Nike.
Yeah.
I mean, all of his gear is just Nike.
I think
He doesn't-
Nike and TaylorMade are the only two real sponsors that he has.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that certainly is part of why he's able to focus on golf and certainly helps him win. I would say yes, I would buy that. I just think what a more interesting question would be, because there's always copycats. Anytime somebody, like Tiger, like not everybody can be Tiger Woods, but one of the things that Tiger ushered in was the more the fitness aspect of it brought it into the game of golf more. And I wonder if Scotty is now, because you get the copycats who are like, oh, I want to be like Scotty, like Hao Tung Lee playing with him saying, hey, I want to suckle at your teat. You wonder if Scotty keeps doing this, if that creates more guys.
Hey, do you want a dad bod and go to church and hang out with your kids?
No, I'm just saying, like, creates more guys that don't really participate with the stuff that the tour wants them to.
Although, I'll tell you what, that's a bold thing to do, because you can make a lot of money doing that and not have the pressure of having to win.
Yeah.
Scotty is unique, saying, you know what, I'll take care of my business on the course and not worry about the others. Whereas for a lot of these other guys, they make as much, if not more money, and it kind of takes the pressure off of having to perform.
Yeah, Tommy Fleetwood's never won a golf tournament.
Yeah.
And I think I saw that he made $30 million last year.
Yeah, it's not a bad not a bad
or
deal.
maybe it's overall. I don't know.
I think that's career. But
yeah, career, not last year. But that's a pretty good little life.
Pretty good.
But I think when you're wired like Scotty, I think there are some people that care about winning and only winning.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's one of them.
Yeah.
Tiger was certainly that. Tiger, all he cared about was chasing Jack. And then there are other guys, and this is the vast majority of them, that are just out there to make a living. They happen to be pretty good at golf, and they want to capitalize on it, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I just feel like the next, next guys that are maybe wired more like Scotty, I wonder if they'll take a page out of his book and be a little bit more
I've seen
aloof.
I've seen a couple of these, and it's a great comparison. He's the Tim Duncan of the golf world. He's not LeBron. He's not Steph. He's not MJ. He's Tim Duncan, and there's nothing wrong being Tim Duncan, but most people don't want to be. No one grows up being like, man, you know what I'm going to be? The boring ass
hey, I
big
love
fundamental.
That bank shot, dude.
Yeah. No one wanted to grow up and be Tim Duncan.
Do you think the kids listening right now have any idea what we're talking about?
No.
The big fundamental.
Tracy McGrady is more famous than Tim Duncan.
It's true. Probably true. Let's move on to the exhibition of the weekend, the WNBA All-Star Game.
All right.
Where the ladies came out to the court with Pay Us What You Owe Us t-shirts.
Oh.
That's the only thing anyone paid any attention to.
Well, there was one more thing people paid attention to, because somehow, even in the exhibition, Caitlin Clark is still catching shade. This was Kelsey Plum after the game.
Kelsey.
Well, it was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise. But the T-shirt, just United Front was determined this morning that we had a meeting for. And, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just... We had a very...
that really needed to be mentioned.
I'm trying to make a situation light, okay? But yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and I thought that it was a very powerful moment and got the point across, and, sometimes you don't have to say anything.
I remain confused on this. I get their crusade to try to get more money. People have pointed out that from a percentage standpoint, they get far less than the men. It's not just about the money the league brings in. Yeah. But I found it fascinating that even in this moment when you're pining for this, you go out of your way to take a dig at the face of the league.
It's kind of unbelievable that league can't figure this out.
So here's my buy or sell. Buy or sell, there is something else about Caitlin Clark that makes her in some way unsavory other than just the jealousy and envy of her popularity. Because I can't figure it out.
No, I think it is well, for some people it's race, and for other people it's just jealousy, and it feels like maybe a stepping stone, and that there's a lot of people that felt like they laid groundwork for 20 years that never got any attention, and here comes a girl that did nothing. I mean, remember when Kobe Bryant made the All-Star game and no one would pass him the ball, they iced him out? It's the same sort of thing. I would hope as this goes on that some of this stops. And I'm not saying she's the only reason, but like they've done studies. She's responsible for like 30% of the added revenue that league is getting. She's the reason why they have private planes.
They just got a new $200 million media deal, mostly because of her.
So, and when she's not there, people don't pay attention. So I hope they figure out that that's not a wise idea to keep kicking that can down the road. And I hope that this doesn't backfire, because the Pay Us What You Owe Us shirt, look, I'll never fault anyone for trying to get more money. Right? Everyone does it. There's not a time where your job, if you have a contract, whether that's a union job or whether you're working in radio or whatever, where you don't try to get more money. So God bless them. They're having a moment right now and people are paying attention and women's sports are growing. So you get what you can when you can. But this didn't go over well with a lot of people because that league has never made $1, and I know there's more to it than that. But this has become a bit of a polarizing issue, and if they get locked out, and it feels like they're on their way to getting locked out.
Angel Reese is already saying, you watch us, we won't play.
I just hope that you aren't taking the one good piece of press. And I'm not saying Caitlin Clark, you are on a heater for the last year and a half. And it's the first time in 20 plus years that anyone has paid attention to this league. And now you're going to basically stop playing. I hope they know what they're doing, because it would stink to see all of this positive momentum ripped away.
What do they want?
So they get 9% of the revenue.
They just want a higher percentage?
NBA players get like 50%.
50, well, 50 or 51 in most leagues.
But like you said,
they don't make any.
They don't make any money. There's a big difference there.
I understand. So basically they're saying that the growth of the game and the valuations and all that, you need to pay us for what we're going to do and not what we've done. And it doesn't matter that the league doesn't make money, because we're still the ones that are putting the product on the floor and we're the ones growing the game. And you can debate that all you want. And people have already gone back and looked at what the NBA, because the NBA didn't start turning a profit until the 80s either. And they didn't make a bunch of money. They didn't make like this little of the revenue, but you can go through and slice this a lot of different ways. But it really has become polarizing where a lot of people are saying this is a league that has lost hundreds of millions of dollars and has never once turned a profit, won't turn a profit this year. And a lot of people are saying that's not our fault. We're still the labor and we're growing the game and it's more popular than ever. Therefore, you need to pay us a bigger percentage. So, and they're saying, and supposedly they're not asking for 50% like the NBA.
What are they asking for?
That we don't know.
All right. Well, they'll negotiate it, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll get a bump, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, 9%?
Yeah, I'm guessing they're not going to sit at 9.
Yeah, exactly.
But my point is, if they play hardball and let's say they want 35 and the owners are like no and they get locked out, this sport cannot afford a lockout.
Yeah, that would be bad.
And I think they're smart enough to realize that.
Yeah, but they'll figure it out.
I would think so.
Well, let's move on to off-season NFL football, where Jared Jones was at the microphone today. He was asked about the Micah Parsons contract negotiations and offered this.
The other thing I would say is contracts are 4 or 5 years. Okay? There's a lot of water under the bridge if you step out there and do something in the first 2 or 3. You can get hit by a car. Seriously. And so there's a lot to look at over a lot of years that could make a big difference. Have you ever heard of any clubs committing to players and then they didn't pan out after they committed to them? We have.
They need to put him out to pasture.
So he was talking about Micah Parsons' contract negotiation.
Put him
he
down
also
like
had
yes, put him down.
He also had a line in which he took a dig at how much money they were paying Dak Prescott right now.
Yep.
So this led J.J. Watt, non-Cowboy affiliated, to take to Twitter and say, anytime you can publicly take a dig at your star quarterback and your star pass rusher simultaneously right before the season begins, you just got to do it. Nothing makes guys want to fight for you more than hearing how upset you are that they got hurt while fighting for you. And that tweet was retweeted by none other than Micah Parsons himself.
Yeah.
Buy or sell, Jerry Jones at this point in his career is doing more damage to the Cowboys than good.
Yes, 100%. Jerry Jones, like I said, they need to maybe not put him out, get him a bunch of hookers and a bunch of whiskey, and just stick him on an airplane and never let it land. Just one of those refuelable airplanes, and they can just fly around Cowboy Stadium.
Air Force One.
Yeah, and just have him up there, because having him there, even though he supposedly he does not run the day-to-day operations, he still has a major influence.
His fingers are in the pot.
They are so ass backwards. Between them and the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm not certain which ownership, I guess not a group, but which ownership family is trying their best to sabotage their own team. But he's a fool. He's an absolute fool, because at the end, every time he does this, he still ends up paying them, and he ends up paying them more and just creating bad feelings and worse cap situations. He's just, he is an absolute buffoon at this point, and it's kind of sad to see.
Yeah, I would buy that, because I mean, look, it's one thing to negotiate and have true feelings about some of your players or some of the money that they're making. It's another to just say it and create all this ill will. Yeah. Like, you're the one creating all the ill will within your like, you are hurting your own franchise by pissing off your players. It's one thing to think it, it's another to say it. Yeah. And they need to just, I mean, I guess they can't stop him from going in front of a microphone, but he is I mean, a lot of the friction in the drama in that franchise is created by him.
Someone once, I forget who it was, but it was a guy that had been covering the Cowboys for like 30 years, right? I'm trying to remember who it was. And someone asked him, because he mentioned how much Jerry Jones loves being Jerry Jones. And he said, and there was this idea that Jerry would do anything to win another Super Bowl because it would validate him and not Jimmy Johnson. And the guy laughed at it, and he goes, no. He goes, if you could give Jerry Jones another Super Bowl, give him 4. But Jerry Jones never got to spoke to the media again. He never got to do another interview. He goes, there's no way he would do it. He goes, as much as Jerry, quote, wants to win, Jerry wants to be Jerry more than that. And that's one of the problems. And that he just is so out of touch now that, you don't get any of the good now with Jerry. You just get the bad.
Yeah, he's 82 now.
Yeah.
And he can't filter.
No.
It's unbelievable. All right.
Smiles and glory holes.
There's your Stockwatch. It's brought to you by Goldberg Jones. When it comes to divorce, custody, or child support issues, trust Goldberg Jones to help. 1-800-DIVORCE. Call it. Phone questions answered at no charge. In the news is next. I have an update on Higgins and where Oregon ranks in schools. And it's a hint, not good. Here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on 1080 The Fan.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, on the hardwood, veteran point guard Chris Paul will sign with the Los Angeles Clippers for his 21st season in the NBA. The NFL, Titans quarterback Will Levis has elected to have season-ending shoulder surgery. This stemming from an AC joint injury last season. This will officially make number 1 overall pick Cam Ward the Titans' Week 1 starter. On the college gridiron, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff is enrolled at Tulane University following his honor code suspension from BYU. On the diamond, the Mariners opening a 3-game set against a red-hot Milwaukee Brewers club in Seattle tonight. Brandon Woodruff is on the bump for the Brew Crew as they look to make it 11 straight. George Kirby toes the rubber for the M's, looking to snap that streak. First pitch from T-Mobile at 6:40. And on the college hardwood, Dana Altman and the Ducks pick up a commitment from Nigerian big man Ega Demir. The 6'10", 250-pounder has been living in Turkey since age 14 and playing professionally there for the last 3 years. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan Merch Locker has a new black 1080 The Fan hoodie, as well as classic long and short sleeve tees. Get yours now at 1080thefan.com.
Would you let Jerry Jones kick your ass if it meant you could sick Ken and Donnie on him?
I don't know if Jerry Jones could kick my ass. If you put Jerry Jones in front of me,
yeah, and I just let him go.
I didn't do anything. I just stood there. Could Jerry Jones kick my ass?
I don't think so, but you'd have to do some faking.
Yes.
You'd have to do some dramatization.
I think that was everyone's dream, is to get into some sort of confrontation with Jerry Jones and then have him throw a nice 1-2 combo at you.
What if he's a fighter? Like, what if Jerry just knocks you out?
Is that like when Bob Barker kicked Happy Gilmore's ass?
Yeah, exactly.
But this leads to the question, is there a more embarrassing human being to get your ass kicked by than Jerry Jones? Because it's top of the food chain. But
I can think of one other one.
Yeah?
I sure can.
Okay.
I won't say it, though.
The embarrassment of that would only the only way you could get over that is the settlement that the advocates would get you. And they probably wouldn't settle. They'd take Jerry Jones' ass to court, because that's what they do. They don't settle. They fight for you.
That's right.
So if you've had your ass kicked by an old billionaire,
yeah,
it's only one person.
Sue his ass.
You need to go to.
Yeah, and that's there are two people, Ken and Donnie,
Yes.
and their team. So there's a bunch of people, actually. They're called the Advocates, and they will fight for you. They don't get paid until you win, and consultations are always free. So if you need a personal injury attorney, doesn't matter how big or small your case is, you should call them and let them see what they can do for you. Call Ken and Donnie at the Advocates. If you've been injured, you need more than a lawyer. You deserve an advocate. AdvocatesLaw.com.
Join us for Construction Trades
welcome back. It's Isaac and Suk on Monday. That's what it is. Bitch.
I love this song.
It's a great song.
Well, Boogie Nights is criminally underrated.
Isn't Casey and the Sunshine Band criminally underrated? They're awesome. Maybe they're not underrated.
I think they're in a proper
in
a proper place. But this is just such a feel-good song, and it makes me think of the scene from Boogie Nights, the big montage, which if you haven't seen Boogie Nights, do yourself a favor. Go check out Chest Rockwell and Brock Landers, because that is just the cast of that. It just because of the material, it doesn't get the love because it's about porn.
Don Cheadle, William H. Macy, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Who was Roller Girl?
Julianne Moore.
Burt Reynolds.
Heather Graham?
Heather Graham. Yeah. I mean, it just, my gal was watching it for the first time, like maybe 2-3 months ago. She goes, "Is this what you're always talking about?" Because the scene of the Asian kid throwing the firecrackers. And I was like, yes, we need to watch this. And we watched it from the beginning, and like every 10 minutes, oh my God, they're in this? And I'm like, yes. And it just keeps getting better. It might be Burt Reynolds' finest role.
Wow. The great Burt Reynolds?
The great Burt Reynolds.
No, the average one.
You want to take a shot at Burt Reynolds? We're going to fight, Buck.
I don't.
Them fighting words in this household.
July 21, 2025, time for In the News. I am your noted newsman. Thank you. It's brought to you by The Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. If you're just tuning in, we had big local sports radio news today.
Not just little. No. Because we said good little announcement. No, this was a big little announcement. It's big.
The Fan,
huge,
beginning tomorrow at 6 a.m., is flipping over to 105.1 FM.
And we have a new lineup.
Yes. Colin Cowherd is going away.
He gone.
Dirt and Sprague, 6 to 10. The law firm of Meringue and Harris, 10 to 1. Ducks Insider, 1 to 2.
Joey Mack and then Luke Anderson.
Happy Hour with Luke Anderson, 2 to 3. And then Prime Time with just me, finally, 3 to 7.
Woo!
No, just kidding.
For all these years, I got the boot.
Big Suk and I and Buck, well, just keep the same old time slot.
Yeah, we don't have to change.
That begins tomorrow. 105.1 The Fan. Check it out.
Not happy because now we're the Fan Sports Network.
Yeah, we got a lot of
stations. We got the Fan. We have 1080, which is staying put. If you like listening on 1080 the AM, you still can. It's there. We have 910, and then we still have the app. We don't get bumped anymore. No more early
no more
games.
no-show Mondays.
No.
No more no-show Thursdays.
Oh, rats. The Seahawks have a Thursday night football game on week 7. We're out.
Tell you what. This
Not
deal
anymore.
sucks.
This deal does suck.
Yeah.
Why didn't they talk to us about this?
Dirt and Sprague have to work an extra hour, which somehow they wanted.
Yeah,
and
what is
now,
that about?
And now we don't get the short shows?
I tell you what, we're burying the lead here. Why the hell did they agree to that?
I don't know. I think they're young enough where they're like, give me that extra hour.
Yeah, I got more to say.
They could have borrowed one from us.
Yeah, we'll give you one.
Take it. Here, you have it.
Would you have asked for it back?
No, they can have it.
So they could have just taken it.
No, they can, yeah. We'd give it, we'd
You said
gift
borrowed.
it.
It's a
no,
gift.
we'd
No,
gift
yeah,
it.
it's a gift
to them.
Yeah. It's
What?
a gift.
Well, that starts tomorrow, 6 a.m. And I can't wait for all the hate from all the Bella listeners. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot wait.
What? Yeah, someone already said they were driving around with their daughter. I think you said she was 8.
Yeah.
And she heard the news, and she said she was pissed. I guess she's a big Bella listener. And she said, "I hate Isaac and Sue." And I told him, all right, that Sue's a real bitch. Tell your daughter I agree. I hate Sue.
Tell your daughter to lighten up.
She's going through some stuff right now. She'll go to Instagram and trash us, or maybe TikTok.
Go for it.
She's going to do a TikTok dance that's going to eviscerate you,
She
Rob.
can find her Bella's playlists on Spotify. It'll be fine.
Today is Take a Monkey to Lunch Day.
Dude, I wish.
Can you imagine? Like, how is that even a day? Take a monkey to lunch?
Where do I find a monkey? Dude, my life is...
Where do you find a lunch spot
How
that
many
takes a
individuals
monkey?
participate in that day?
Exactly. That's the dumbest
Does it apply
day
to 12
yet.
people?
Take a monkey to lunch? Here's another one. You know what else today is?
What?
Invite an alien to live with you day.
Like an Alf situation?
I don't know.
I'd let an alien live with me. I'll tell you right now, I would be on board with both of these things. Take a monkey to lunch, yes. Alien lives with you? Alf, or what's the American Dad style? I'd let an alien. I got an extra room now. Eiserman's moved out. I think it'd be kind of cool.
I did love Alf.
Yeah, Yeah.
The Alf was great.
It was one of those hot aliens, like Kirk was always with. Then I have to explain it to the missus. I'm like, honey, she's a fugitive. We have no choice. It's a different culture. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All the Star Trek aliens were just hot gals that were painted green. Somehow Kirk got with them all. He was the man.
Well, last week we talked about Higgins Restaurant possibly closing.
Yeah.
They announced that they may have to close. Just a lack of business.
Well, the announcement was like, they said, unless something drastic happens, we're closing. Well, nothing drastic was going to happen.
Well, something drastic has happened. Greg Higgins, the co-owner and chef, has said that just from that posting, they have gone from 0 to 75 reservations in one day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He says
Keep
that...
the doors open?
Well, he said it all changed July 12th when they announced on social media the restaurant was on the brink. He said, I got to say, wow, we're absolutely overwhelmed by this response. By that evening, a flood of customers began calling or booking online. He said, we went from 0 to 75 in one day. Higgins' chef de cuisine, Patrick Strong, said the overwhelming response has been amazing. It was just confirmation that everyone loves this restaurant. It was very gratifying. Strong considers the crew at Higgins family. He's worked at the restaurant for more than 20 years. It does not say whether or not this is enough to keep it going, but, people are...
I hope so.
People are helping out.
Well, that's like when...
It's a surge.
Well, because I don't go to Higgins, but it's a wonderful restaurant. But like when Slow Bar announced that they were closing, the first thing I did was go to Slow Bar for one last burger. Now, they didn't say, hey, save our bar.
This is the new thing, announce your closing.
Yeah. Is this the best thing? It's just...
Hey, we're going off the air.
Tune in while you still can. Well, this is the old bit, like, right? You just put the going out of business sign up, and you're like, oh, it's a big sale. Dude, you've been going out of business for like 14 years. Exactly. Well, I hope they make it, because I don't like when institutions close. So that's cool that they got the bump. Hopefully, that can continue.
He said that they usually depend on the theater and museum crowd, but this summer has been rough in that regard. He did say that the current outpouring would need to continue into the fall to be able to make it to the theater season. He said, if we're waiting and thinking downtown is magically going to get better, we're fooling ourselves. Everyone needs to get engaged, and that's what Portland is really great at.
We had a good, I'm assuming by theater, I mean, are they talking about like the Broadway America?
Well, they're over there by, aren't they within walking distance of like the Schnitz?
Yeah, maybe that's,
and,
maybe that's different.
All that over there.
Yeah, because the Keller, they had a nice little season over there.
It's a little far for a Keller walk, though.
Yeah, maybe so maybe they need more. Again, it's been so long since I've been to
I got to tell you, I have a buddy who lives downtown, and he said living downtown is great because you think everything is so far away, but it's not. He said living downtown, you are a 20-minute walk from everything.
Yeah.
And he means everything.
Yeah. Or you can scooter, like me and my buddy, we scooter a bunch. Like here, like Timbers, like to the Timbers game. If you it's not a far walk from our station to there. You hop on a scooter, you're there in like 8 minutes.
Exactly. Coming up next, where does Oregon rank amongst states in schools?
Yeah, it's kind of smacked right in the middle. You can make that.
You can make it work.
Yeah, the Keller walk would not be hard.
20 minutes.
I don't even know about that.
We'll get to that next on The Fan.
This is The Fan's Window into Sports, a view into today's top stories, brought to you by Window Nation, online at windownation.com.
I'm not going to answer any questions about the Epstein files, whether about the radiation belt and whether or not it was possible for Lee Harvey Oswald to get 3 shots off in 7 seconds. I don't have time to answer all those questions.
Okay.
Really?
That's Eli Drinkwitz of Missouri. We're
doing bits?
He's doing bits.
Yeah, no one
cares.
What
a cheeky coach.
Yeah, go away. Well, he's done a nice job there in Missouri.
You think he was on the Epstein list?
He's not getting on that plane.
Eli Drinkwitz?
No.
In his visor?
Yeah, he's not getting on that. He's no president. He's not royalty.
Whoa. Window into Sports brought to you by Window Nation. 50% off all window styles. Pay 0 interest for 5 years. Free estimate at windownation.com or 866-90-NATION.
The Portland Trailblazers are making moves this offseason.
Where were you when you found out Anthony Simons was officially being traded from the Blazers? I was laying in bed.
Bringing in proven veterans and fresh faces.
Young Hansen from Zibo, China, and the Qingdao Eagles.
Where do they go from here?
Yes, adding another 20-year-old to this roster may not point directly to win-now maneuvers.
Get the latest on the Blazers offseason on 1080.
You've got your goals, I've got mine. We can accomplish both.
The Fan.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text BEACH to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BEACH to 42424. That's BEACH to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone. Up to
Hello. This is in the news for July 21, 2025, here on The Fan.
Why exactly did you do that?
Yeah.
That's some sort of Bubba Gump thing there?
I didn't like Forrest Gump.
No?
I mean, I did, but I don't know. People rave about it like it's some sort of...
Well, it did win the Academy Award, I believe, for Best
I don't think
Picture.
it should have.
And I think Tom won for Best Actor, which is a shame, because Saving Private Ryan is 10 times the movie and 10 times the performance from Tom Hanks. I'll tell you this. I don't know if Forrest has held up as well as some others.
Where does Oregon rank among best and worst school systems in the United States, you ask?
I'm guessing we're right near the bottom of that. Well, we're not Mississippi like Louisiana bad, but we're not good.
Well, Mississippi and Louisiana are better than Oregon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Boy,
on this list.
That's not...
Now, this is Wallet
That's
Hub.
not good.
Wallet Hub, they have ranked 1 through 50 states in their schools. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at so this says, for the majority of U.S. families, public education is the only option. The quality of public school systems varies widely from state to state, though, and is often a question of funding. Public, elementary, and secondary education money usually flows from 3 sources: the feds, the state, and the local governments. According to the U.S. Department of Education, states contribute nearly as much as local governments, while the federal government supplies the smallest share. Some researchers have found that the most resources or taxes paid by residents typically result in better school system performance. So based on 32 key metrics, they have compared the 50 states and the District of Columbia.
Well, I'm guessing this is where we really shine, because I have heard for years that we spend more money and get less than pretty much any state.
This accounts for performance, funding, safety, class size, and instructor credentials. And Oregon ranks
46th.
No, idiot. 47th.
Hey!
So you were wrong.
47th?
Not good.
With all the taxes we collect here?
Not good.
It's
not
47th?
So 48th is Arizona, 49th is Alaska, 50, Oklahoma, and 51, because remember, District of Columbia is in there. New Mexico has the worst schools in the union.
A little surprised Arizona. Oklahoma doesn't shock me. I see that all the time. People love, because every time some senator from Oklahoma pops off about something, people love to point out just how piss poor. And Oklahoma, by the way, does poor in everything. Like, it's one of the worst states for any sort of social metric. But yeah, that's not good, man. 47.
And you mentioned, what'd you say, Louisiana and
Mississippi are usually considered kind of bottom of the barrel type
Mississippi
stuff.
ranks 40th, and Louisiana 44th.
Yeah.
So not great.
No.
Your state of Washington is at 20.
Hey, look at us.
Right in between Vermont and Florida.
We're doing just fine.
Doing fine. The number 1 state,
Massachusetts.
Number 2, Connecticut. 3, New Jersey. 4, Virginia, and 5, New Hampshire. I mean, an absolute Scotty Scheffler from the East Coast there when it comes to schools.
Why is it that we can't take best practices? Why can't you look at a state that does it right and be like, I don't know, maybe we try that?
Wisconsin is 6th, underrated.
Yeah, I never quite understand how some states can be so piss poor and others do well. And is there any effort? Like, if I was a state and I kept getting kicked in the teeth year after year after year, and some other state, well, like Washington State, right? We're right by each other, and it's doing so much better, you would think that maybe you would, like, you know, like in coaching terms, like you go spend the summer, like you learn how someone runs an offense, be like, hey, maybe we'll take some components of that. Maybe try that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to funding, but
that can't be, because I think we spend per capita, we're one of the top spenders in the state of Oregon, and we get piss poor results.
In the state of Oregon?
Yes. I think per capita.
You mean Oregon spends more than other states?
Yes. I think per child, if I'm not mistaken, they point this out a bunch. For what we spend per student, I think we get the worst result of any state, or damn near it. And by the way, this kind of tells you that. We're 47th out of 51, for God's sakes. And we spend plenty.
District of Columbia has the highest dropout rate. Math test scores, the lowest was New Mexico and Alaska.
Yeah.
Massachusetts is number 1, boasting some of the best test scores in the country. They rank 1st in the nation in all core academic subjects, 4th in 8th grade math and reading scores. Students at the high school level do well in Massachusetts. They have the highest share of students in the country who receive a score of 3 or better on an AP exam. Bloop, 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 bloop,
I'm going to find the state. I'm going to find what we spend.
Yeah, Utah came in 11th. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
For you Utahns.
that,
Is that what-
the two Utes?
Is that what they're called?
Utonians? By the way, that sounds weird. Like Utonian sounds like some sort of weird.
Utonians?
Yeah, it sounds a little Scientology, which, I don't know, maybe the Mormon thing. I don't know. It's weird.
California, 30th.
So,
If you must know.
Well, everyone craps on California, and they're
Way
30th
better.
and way better than us.
Yeah, someone from Utah is a Uton.
Uton?
Utahn. Uton.
Uton. Wow. Can't say I knew that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is in the news for July 21, 2025, brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys at advocateslaw.com.
Yeah, I was looking here. So per student, this is what, because, obviously California has way more than we do. So California this is K through 12. California spends a little under $18,000 per child. Okay?
I got it.
State of Oregon, and they were at 30th.
Yep.
State of Oregon, we spend $19,500.
We spend more.
We spend more.
And get far less.
Far less. So what was, you said Utah, right?
Utah was 11th.
They spend $10,000 per kid.
Wow.
How are they?
What a mess.
And Massachusetts was number one.
Yeah.
So
What do they spend?
they spend 21 and a half.
So we spend almost as much as
Massachusetts, yes.
And we're 47th and they're first.
Yes. So that's all I'm saying is we spend, Florida, by the way, 12 and a half, and they're better than us, like significantly. So that's the part that's frustrating is everyone always says it's a funding problem, but we spend. And then that all we ever get told is, we need more money. We need more money. You have money. You just do a piss poor job with it.
What about PERS? Do you think PERS has anything to do with this?
It's possible.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I always hear about good old PERS.
Yeah.
Being a problem. Well, we're not going to solve it. I'll tell you that.
No, we are not.
Hey, bring back the Redskins, says no one except one guy.
Yeah.
And an old team gets even older. Those items coming up. Also, Damian Lillard is back. We will return with our 5 o'clock hour of radio broadcast next on The Fan.
Swag back with you for Forest Hills Golf Course out in Cornelius.
McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. A Sports Center update on 1080 The Fan.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan on the hardwood, veteran point guard Chris Paul will sign with the Los Angeles Clippers, marking his 21st season in the NBA. In the NFL, Titans quarterback Will Levis is elected to have season-ending shoulder surgery. This will make number 1 overall pick Cam Ward the de facto Week 1 starter for Tennessee. On the gridiron, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff has enrolled at Tulane University following his honor code suspension in Provo. On the diamond, the Mariners open a 3-game set against the Milwaukee Brewers, who have won their last 10 in a row. Brandon Woodruff is on the bump for the Brew Crew tonight. George Kirby toes the rubber for the M's. First pitch at T-Mobile at 6:40. On the college hardwood, Dana Altman and the Ducks pick up a commitment from Nigerian big man Ega Demir. The 6'10", 250-pounder has been playing professionally in Turkey for the last 3 seasons. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley through George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Do it every morning. Dirt and Spray. Weekdays 6 to 9 a.m. on Portland Sports Leader. 1080 The Fan.
Daylight time will be.
It's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
One step closer to my own personal hell.
This is Primetime on Sports Radio 1080 The Fan.
We expect the best. We're not afraid to break someone. Do you hear me?
Primetime is your source for the best in local, regional, and national sports.
Go ahead and clap. Mediocrity deserves applause.
Isaac Robb.
I'm miserable. I had to get up at 10 o'clock this morning.
Jason Sakanik.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Primetime on 1080 The Fan.
All right. Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Monday. We are your sports bros. Rop, that's me. Big Sook right over there. Look at him. Ryan Buckley's here. I do have to say that you will, well, for those of you that love the club, so that's some of you.
Yeah.
A few of you. Tonight at 6, the Blazers are to hold a press conference reintroducing Damian Lillard. And we are going to go to that. Carry it.
Yeah.
I don't know for how long, but we will have that here. So if you want to hear that,
yeah,
we're going to, look, we're not big press conference guys,
but this is
particularly when it comes to the club, but come on.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Damian Lillard's coming home. People want to hear from him. So we're going to play that. It's supposed to start at 6, so we will have that for you.
And when it gets bad, we'll duck out.
Yeah, which would probably be instantly. But yeah, we'll give you 3, 4, 5 minutes of bad, and then we'll come on and play farts and
That's
stuff.
kind of a cool moment.
So I'm looking. So the big news today is not that Damian Lillard is back. No.
No.
It's that we have now created something called the Fan Sports Network.
We have. It's sweeping the greater Oregon area.
So beginning tomorrow at 6 a.m., we will be on 105.1 we will be known as 105.1 The Fan on 105.1 FM. So this is really exciting. Now, I'm looking here at our social media, okay? And they have already changed the handle to at 105.1 The Fan.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Even though we still have 1080, you can listen there.
Yeah.
It will be simulcast. We will be branded as 105.1 The Fan.
Yeah, and you can still listen on the app. Nothing changes there. And we were already on FM, but HD2. This is just a FM station. It's going to be great. We're going to be crystal clear, okay?
Yes.
So this is good. And we have a lineup change, but I'm looking here at the announcement of the new lineup. We have photos.
Yes.
And a fun story about the photos is we came in, I don't remember what day it was. I think it wasn't last week, but maybe been
it was last
week
Tuesday,
before.
I think.
Last Tuesday?
I think so.
And we took a bunch of new photos. You got to roll out because our photos were old.
Yes.
And we come in, we take a bunch of photos for the rollout of this whole thing. And the guy who took them runs off to Scotland with the photos.
Yeah, he never uploaded them. He just left.
He never gave them to us.
No.
So we had to call in the bullpen on the very last day. This was like Friday. This last Friday.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, show up again, ready for photos because, we can't find the photos that we took.
Sure.
And so we took they're just going to be used until the guy gets back from Scotland and gives us the regular ones, right? And so we took a bunch of temporary photos.
Yeah.
And the one that they put up of your eyes are like you don't
Can I not?
You
open
look
my
high.
eyes?
You're baked.
I'm not.
You're baked.
I am not.
What is the matter with you? I have two other observations of these photos. Here.
We can't find a single photo where my eyes are open.
I don't think we have one.
I will say that I've noticed it is a bit of a problem. The older I get, I got the old man wrinkle eyes. That I will admit that when I attempt to smile, it does tend to squint my eyes a little bit. But that?
Well, she did want you to smile.
Yes, and that's her fault. When I smile, it naturally kind of crinkles my old man face. But my God, either I'm doing a bad Asian impression or I just got done ripping some bong hits. That's the best photo we could come up with?
Now, the two other observations that I have here. One is, now Danny does our social media.
Yeah.
Am I wrong that Danny has made himself 5 times the size of Patrick?
It does appear that way.
Why is Danny a giant in that photo?
It is a little...
Is he flexing his radio muscles?
It does appear...
Over the new guy?
It does appear that, and he's kind of pushed forward in the photo.
Yeah.
This is like when Steve Patterson had the intimidation press conference, and he sat in, the 9-foot-high chair lording down over you.
I feel like Danny's making himself bigger.
Well,
and look at little Patrick.
Well, Patrick is a little fella.
In his bald head.
But still, yes, I do feel that Danny has put his best foot forward, and we've made me a stoned Asian person. And that's, with this big launch, and that's the best we can come up with.
And then we've got Dirt and Sprague over there who have a very good photo, I must say. That's a good photo.
Sprague didn't get the memo. He's wearing a white T-shirt.
But I think he's doing this on purpose. This was my other observation. He's showing off he's got an arm sleeve, apparently.
Yes. Apparently he has a sleeve.
He very clearly wanted that to be in the photo.
Well, of course, he's edgy.
Right. So he's leaned his shoulder on, or his arm,
yes,
showing off his ink.
Yes.
He's put that onto Dirt's shoulder.
Yes.
For the photo. So it's all by design.
Did you? Oh, and in case you didn't know, here's my.
Yeah.
Oh,
how'd that get in there?
I cover mine up for photos. It's, I tend to cover it up when those sorts of things. Although I have a chest one. My chest tattoo is just peeking out.
Oh yeah, I can see that there.
Just a scooch.
Ooh, look at your little chest meat.
Yeah,
there.
little chest meat, just a little tip there. But really, I'm quite bothered with the stoned.
Yeah, it's too bad.
The stoned look here.
Luke has a good photo there.
Yeah.
For his new show, which will be beginning tomorrow at 6. The new lineup is Dirt and Sprague 6 to 10, The Firm, Harris and Meringue 10 to 1. Ducks Insider 1 to 2, and Happy Hour with Luke Anderson 2 to 3.
Yes, starting tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Until
the end of time.
Primetime with Isaac and Suk from 3 to 4.
Now, someone...
no, I'm just kidding, 3 to 7.
Someone fixed the photo with AI and made it somehow more terrifying than ever.
It doesn't look good.
They took our photo and they AI'd me and they made me look like Sean Payton. If Sean Payton were to grow a beard, there I am. And quite frankly, that's terrifying me as well. But I just would like to point out.
Well, you can't win them all.
You can't win them all.
And
this is why I'm not very photogenic. I've been told for
An
years
Odyssey station
that no matter what I do, because if I smile, then I have the world's squintiest eyes. If I don't smile, then I'm told that it makes me look angry and that I want to stab someone in the face. I can't win. What do you want from me?
I also think this guy's right about the Dirt and Sprague photo, because you and I consciously do this.
Yes.
Because we were on, you might see us on Coin tonight.
Yeah.
We always sit with me or take photos or whatever with me first.
Yes.
Because the show
Yes.
is Isaac and Suk. So you don't want to confuse people. Isaac, Suk.
Yes.
If I'm on the right, that makes you look like Isaac and me
we have done
look
this
like
forever.
Yeah, because that's where that always.
For someone who doesn't know the show, it's totally confusing.
It's confusing, right? So why is Sprague on the left?
Well, otherwise we can't show off the arm tattoo.
Because we need Dirt and Sprague. So
well, now
Dirt
you
should
think
be
that
on the
Dirt
left.
has an arm tattoo.
Well, again, I think that photo was specifically for the sake of look at my arm tattoo.
This started with Jordan Kent. Remember with the Blazers broadcast would have Jordan Kent, and who was his?
Was it Michael
Lamar
Holton?
Hurd?
No, I think it was Holton.
Oh, was it Michael Holton?
I think it was Holton that did it with Kent.
I think that's right.
Yeah, Kent would be on the right.
Yeah, and it was weird.
It's like, what are we doing?
No.
Does anybody think about these things?
Apparently not, because it does say Dirt and Sprague, but under Dirt is
What?
Brandon Sprague. Yeah, it's odd. You know what? Harris and Meringue are doing it too. Look at that.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
They have it lined up, Meringue and
The
Harris.
firm, Harris and Meringue.
Yeah.
We're the only ones that thought to have Isaac and Suk. And we always, whenever we have to take a photo or do an interview, we always wait. Oh, yep, one on the left.
Yep. Well, big day here at the Fan.
Big day.
Very exciting. The
big squinty day.
The sales team is out there, all excited. They're having a big meeting right now, powwowing about this, and somewhere Lars Larson is loading his revolver.
I think that's
to take us out.
I think that's always loaded.
Now that we're on the FM,
Lars. God bless you, Lars.
As for 105.1 Bella, it's going away.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, kids.
If you like Bella, I don't know what to tell you.
I didn't like Bella.
She was a real bitch.
Now it's Fella. How about that?
She's a grade A prime bitch.
All right, so that starts tomorrow, 6 a.m. Coming up next, let's get back to sports. Damian Lillard is back. Are the Redskins? And one old team gets older. Coming up on The Fan. She's a grade A bitch.
The home of fan.
Tell you what.
I don't know why, but this made me break out into a spontaneous robot.
We got Dusty in here doing things. We got Swag over there doing things. Like,
I think there's a lot of stress.
Stuff's going down.
Yeah, well,
there've been a lot of calls with engineers about this flip.
Well, I asked, what are the odds that flip goes smoothly tomorrow at 6 in the morning? Like,
Well, listen, if I know anything about Odyssey,
An Odyssey station.
it won't go well. But
it's like a Swiss watch. They've had a lot of meetings.
I'm prepared to be surprised.
All right.
I'll be tuning in.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
6 o'clock? Well, actually,
Yes,
you're
I will.
You're up at like 4:30.
I'll be up. I'll be grabbing Molly, throwing the leash on Molly, and I'll be putting on my Odyssey app, and I want to hear the flip.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was up for the Open at 5 Sunday morning.
You actually woke up for that?
Well,
or did you just happen to
I
be
just
up?
woke up,
Okay.
and then I was
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
oh,
oh,
that
yeah.
always gets me out of bed faster.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, the Open's on. Maybe I'll just stay up.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you go back to sleep.
Well, I don't have a TV in my room anymore.
Oh.
And so
Interesting maneuver.
Yeah, we've been TV-less for like a year and a half.
Wow.
Well, TV-less in the bedroom.
Now, why is that? She wants more doing it time? Like,
No, the one finally gave up the ghost. I'd had that TV forever, and it just died, and we never
replaced it.
never replaced it. So we were like, I mean, they're the ones downstairs. So now, like when I woke up, I'm more inclined to, I'm more inclined to get up out of bed now versus before, because it's easy just to flip on the TV and flip around, as opposed to having to, if you want to watch something, you got to get up and actually do it. And after a while, I don't even miss it. The TV in the bedroom, you don't need one.
Yeah, you really don't.
No.
But it's nice to have. So Scotty has taken the claret jug over to the Happy Gilmore 2 premiere.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if you saw that.
I think he's in it.
I think everyone's
They're
in
all
it.
in it.
I would like to point out, for the record, that will be the worst movie of the last 10 years. The fact that everyone is in it, and I mean everyone, from Bad Bunny to Travis Kelce to Scotty Scheffler to Dan Patrick, that thing will be the biggest steaming hunk of crap. It will be a terrible movie full of, oh, look at that, they're in it.
The worst movie of the last decade.
Yes.
That's a stance.
I will die on that hill. If it is
I'll
wrong,
find a worse movie.
If that will be such
weren't
a
you just
hunk
saying
of crap.
that was it the Superman movie?
It's not good.
Was terrible.
It's not good. But
it's a race to the bottom. All these movies.
But
suck
that
now.
Superman movie will be the usual suspects compared to Happy Gilmore 2. That I promise you.
Well, apparently all the golfers are in it.
Yeah.
Scotty's there. He's got the claret jug.
Because they're all just such great actors. I'm sure they'll all be. Scotty Scheffler on the big screen, a tour de force.
Did you see Max Homa and Wyndham Clark in the new hit Apple TV show Stick?
No, I stopped watching.
I did see that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were pretty good in there.
Were they?
They were solid.
Yeah, they were better than you'd think.
All right. There's
Homa especially.
There is a great scene. Tin Cup is a really good golf movie, and there's a scene in there where Corey Pavement comes walking through and goes, I can't believe I'm going to have my name on the same trophy as a guy named Tin Cup. And you're like, great acting, Corey. Great job. Dynamite performance.
By the way, I've looked up the worst movies of the last 10 years. It's Happy Gilmore 2 is going to have to compete with the Robert Downey Jr. version of Doolittle, Dr. Doolittle 2020. Also, number 2 on that list, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, the Winnie the Pooh slasher film.
Oh, my God.
It came out in 2023.
Blood and Honey?
That's what it's called.
I'd watch that 10 times over Happy Gilmore 2.
The Emoji Movie was on that list.
Remember how bad Dumb and Dumber...
Marmaduke.
Remember how bad Dumb and Dumber 2 was?
It was bad, yeah.
Well, buckle up, Buttercup.
Zac Efron and Robert De Niro
Well,
and Dirty Grandpa.
Dirty Grandpa.
I saw
have
that.
no faith in Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler does not make very good movies anymore, and he doesn't need to because he has
I have
so
no
much
faith.
money.
He's just cashing checks.
When's the last time a movie had like 1,000 cameos in it and ended up being good, and was 30 years after the original?
I might watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I know. I didn't know there
That
was.
concept is great.
Yeah, it's like Abraham Lincoln, like Vampire Slayer or whatever.
And by the way, can I just say, Stick
Yeah.
with Owen Wilson on Apple TV is objectively terrible.
Yeah, I made it 2 episodes.
It's very
and stopped.
cheesy.
It is super cheese. but I can't get enough.
I can't
of it.
stop
Really?
watching.
Yeah, it's great.
And the last 2 episodes have been better than the previous 2. Like, it's gotten a little bit better from an entertainment standpoint.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, man.
They actually played golf in the last episode, which they hadn't done in 3 episodes.
The bit in the restaurant?
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Well, you could see that coming from a mile away, but at least there was something happening. It wasn't just people's feelings.
The show's terrible, but I
Yeah.
got to tell you, as a golf fan,
They played golf in the last one.
I want more. Yes, I like it. I can't take my eyes off of it.
Are you that old that you will watch anything that has golf in it?
I don't know. It's just something about it, and I kind of want to see. I will say it for the storyline.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens with the kid. Does he make it? Because Owen Wilson is trying to coach him to the.
I made it 2 whole episodes, and I was
tour.
like, "This show is infuriating." It's like this is so dumb.
It's a mess. It's like a Disney sort of feel good kind of comedy, but not that funny.
It's not.
But
it's not good. And I like Owen Wilson.
It's like a feel-good rom-com, kind of.
Yeah, every once in a while, Owen Wilson says something funny or has a funny line, but that's about it. It's really something.
Yeah, I won't be.
That's called Stick.
I won't be going back and giving that another whirl.
But I think there's only 1 or 2 episodes left.
Oh no!
Every Wednesday. Hey, I was out playing golf yesterday. The people on the putting green were talking about. Everybody's talking about Stick.
I'm all right.
The people are saying.
You know what else people are talking about? Love Island.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't mean it's good.
Can't get enough of Love Island.
I played golf yesterday, and neither of those came up.
Well, I don't know.
You're on
Of
the
course
wrong,
you're playing.
You're on the wrong course.
Where'd you play?
I played the reserve.
Oh, okay.
Apparently the reserve is too good
lot of people saying Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
for Stick and Love Island.
Okay, let's get back on track here. We've got the sports news of the day. It includes the Redskins and Chris Paul. And we'll get to those items next. Here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on 1080 The Fan.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan in the NBA today, the Los Angeles Clippers and Chris Paul have agreed on a deal that'll start his 21st season in the association in LA. In the NFL, Titans quarterback Will Levis has elected to have season-ending shoulder surgery that's stemming from an AC joint injury last season. It'll officially make number 1 overall pick Cam Ward the Titans' Week 1 starter. On the college gridiron, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff has enrolled at Tulane following his honor code suspension from Provo. And on the diamond, the Mariners open a 3-game series against the red-hot Milwaukee Brewers tonight in Seattle. The Brewers have won 10 straight. Brandon Woodruff is on the bump for Milwaukee this evening. George Kirby toes the rubber for the M's. First pitch from T-Mobile at 6:40. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of Primetime with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays 3 to 7, 1080 The Fan. It's time for Who's Leading the Charge. A look under the hood at the coaches, players, and teams getting it done. Brought to you by Battery Exchange.
Oh, boy.
Champion golfer, Scotty Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler. He felt in his career, and you certainly felt today, it was only a matter of time before he claimed the greatest prize in golf.
Well, the thing about Scotty, man, is he's not just winning majors, he is obliterating the fields in majors. It's kind of scary.
Dude's crushing.
It's, I mean, even PGA Tour pros are coming out now. They're like, yeah, we can't beat this guy. Best thing since Tiger. Reliable, affordable batteries for cars, boats, RVs, golf carts, and more. Online at batteryexchange.com, powered by Continental Battery Systems. Mention code BXT10 for 10% off.
The mountain isn't just for skiing or snowboarding. It's for golfing. At Mount Hood Oregon Resort, experience our 3 9-hole courses, Pine Cone, Thistle, or Foxglove, in an unmatched Pacific Northwest setting. Surrounded by skyscraping hillsides filled with Doug firs, you can escape the city in an hour by trying to escape out of the bunkers and rough at Mount Hood Oregon Resort. Don't worry, we know you'll be hitting plenty of fairways too. For an unforgettable round of golf, book your tee time at mounthood-resort.com. That's mthood-resort.com.
Isaac Robb for Window Nation. You've been considering replacing your windows but haven't found the right company. yet. Window Nation makes it easy. Their local experts know what windows work best in Portland. Plus, their windows are backed by a lifetime warranty, which means your investment will last far into the future. And now you get 50% off all window styles and no interest until 2030. 0 interest for 5 years. Prepare for the future and save big today with Window Nation's biggest sale of the year. Call 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com for a free quote. Contractor code 249065.
This is Rick Jones of Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Child custody is the most emotional issue our clients face. If you're
All right, a couple of sports items to get to here. I will mention that the Damian Lillard press conference tonight is going to be on the Fan. We'll have that for you whenever they get around to it. It's supposed to start at 6, so you'll be able to hear a little bit of that here, live as it happens. Also want to mention that Big Ten Media Day is tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So Dan Lanning and all the bros will be out in Indianapolis, and we'll have coverage of that tomorrow as well.
The poll is out, so Oregon can already start the "no one believes in us" crap.
I didn't see it. What do we got?
Penn State
picked to win?
Penn State picked to win. I think they had like 11 first-place votes. Ohio State had like 6, and then Oregon had 2.
2 first place? So Oregon was 3rd?
Oregon was 3rd. So I guarantee that Lanning is already crafting the no one believes in us, little team out west, all that crap.
Boy, I tell you, picking Penn State, I get it, but dude...
Well, I think on paper,
prove it.
It's true, but when you look at the fact that they made the playoff last year, they won a game.
No, but prove it.
They're the only one of those teams with a returning quarterback. Seems that they have addressed their receiver position. On paper, I get why, and they get Oregon at home.
I know, but prove it.
It is.
Get out of here with that.
But I think when you look at question marks as far as the roster goes, this is going to sound weird because Ohio State and Oregon both recruited an elite level, and they just, they load up. Penn State has less questions on the roster than Ohio State and Oregon, especially at the one position that matters the most, and that's at quarterback.
Well, you know who I'd vote for if they let me vote? Ohio State. You know why? Talent.
Because they're Ohio State. Oh, but by that argument, too, I mean, Oregon's right there. Oregon's been recruiting at that level now for a number of years.
But last time I saw Oregon play Ohio State, guess what happened? So, okay, I'm going back to the well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Penn State. Yeah. You're going to have to prove it.
And it might come down. And remember, this is going to be a funky year in that, Penn State, with Drew Aller coming back and a lot of elder classmen, and Oregon and Ohio State both putting in unproven quarterbacks. Oregon, at least Dante Moore, have someone that's going to, we do this every year. I mean, the Big 12, for God's sakes, stopped doing the poll because it hurts them. And last year, no one had Arizona State or BYU, which ended up being the two teams that were slugging it out for the Big 12 title. But if you wanted a team that is going to outperform their slot, it's USC.
Well, I misspoke. It's not in Indianapolis. They're actually in Vegas at the Mandalay Bay.
Oh.
Beginning tomorrow.
Okay.
And it's a 3-day thing. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I
No.
think Lanning is supposed to talk tomorrow.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, last year it was in Indy, right?
Yeah, because remember they put the duck in the river there.
in the river.
And all that cool stuff. All right, so a couple of sports items from today. Chris Paul is expected to sign with the Clippers, making them the even oldest team in the league.
Yes.
He's 40, and he will join James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Brooke Lopez. Who else do they have that's old?
Harden, Lopez. They traded for Collins.
Oh, they got Collins. He's not that
old. Oh,
this says, I'm looking here at the Yahoo story, and they are really touting this move here.
Why?
I don't know.
So they got their starting lineup will be James Harden, Bradley Beal.
Beal. That's
Kawhi Leonard, and then Collins and Zubac.
Yeah. And how old's Beal these days? He seems to be getting up there.
Yeah,
isn't
Beal's up there in age. He's no spring chicken. He'll be 33, I believe.
This says the depth chart of the team is rather ridiculous. If we assume a starting lineup of Harden, Beal, Leonard, Collins, and Zubac, the secondary rotation will be Paul, Bogdanovich, Nick Batum, Jones, and Lopez, forming one of the most potent 10-man rotations in the NBA.
Nick Batum's like
He's
1,000 years old too.
Yeah, is that really one of the most potent 10-man rotations in the NBA, or was it 10 years ago?
Exactly. They formed a super team, but they formed a super team from 2017, right? Like, this is always one of those dumb things that someone on Twitter will do this. Who's going to stop this team? And well, just put a big clock, because
they may stop themselves.
Yeah, Father Time and the injury report is what's going to stop this team. So have fun with that, Clippers. I don't consider that.
And what's Chris Paul got left? I mean, I know
I think he averaged like 8 to 10 points last year. Yeah, he averaged 8.5, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Right.
So I don't know. He's a maturity, and that's the thing. You got a bunch of dudes that have been in the league 12 years, and you need a veteran locker room presence. I mean,
well, Paul's he's a good locker room guy.
Yeah, he's a locker room guy.
Good leader, good old guy to have around, but is he that great?
He doesn't move the needle anymore. And Bradley Beal hasn't been good in a number of years. Kawhi Leonard will play 30 games. Collins was a nice addition to it. And Harden can still, for whatever you think of James Harden can still play at a ridiculously high level. But again, come playoff time, James Harden's style has never proven jack squat. So again, the Clippers will be a 4 or 5 seed, and maybe they win a first-round playoff series and then wave them goodbye.
It's called sports.
No, there's nothing we love more in sports than taking a guy who used to be good and then gets dealt somewhere so that, like, Jason McIntyre can be like, oh, Chris Paul, because we've heard of him. We do this in the NFL with, like, corners. Like, oh, my God, they got Jalen Ramsey. If only they had him 5 years ago. We'd love to. Von Miller, cool. Von Miller was great 4 years ago and 3 injuries. It's just, but we can't get it out of our mind that's still an impact player. And he's just not. Chris Paul is not an impact player. I'd make the argument Bradley Beal isn't an impact player and hasn't been.
It's like when the Lakers brought in, would they have Malone, and they had Karl Malone and Gary Payton.
At least they went to the final. At least they went to the finals because they had Kobe and Shaq. But
didn't they have somebody else too? Didn't they bring in another old guy on that
I think
team?
those are the two that were chasing rings. It was Payton and Malone, and they made it to the finals, and then they melted down against the Pistons. But I mean, that's one thing. Like, you had a championship level team, but taking the Clippers, who were they're fine. I'm guessing that they finished, again, just off the top of my head, I'm guessing they finished 4th or 5th last year in the West. I'll take a look and see where the old Clippers ended up. Oh, look at that. 5th. Exactly. And now you've added Bradley Beal and Chris Paul. Ooh, vaulting up the board. No, you're the same team. We're just 2 older guys that used to be good. At least Chris Paul used to be really, really good. I'm questioning whether or not Bradley Beal was ever really good, or did he just put up the most hollow points in the history of the NBA on the worst team.
All right, well, our fearless leader is at it again. He is making another threat.
It's called sports.
Why not?
It's called baseball in particular.
He's not trying to distract from anything. I'm sure of that.
We'll tell you what he's talking about next on The Fan.
It's time for a Ducks Report, the inside story on Oregon athletics. Brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here.
I got hoops news. Dana's Ducks picked up an international transfer, 6'10", 250-pound Ega Demir from Turkey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do I have to watch blurry highlights from Turkey? Or?
Oh, no, he's played in the Turkish Professional League for the last 3 years, so he's got a little pro experience.
He's a pro?
That's right.
Can't be doing that.
Might need to work on the free throw percentage, though. 38% from the charity stripe.
That's fine. Just don't send him to free throw.
6'10", 250. We'll take him.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mods PDX, the future of building is here.
Thanks to our fan listeners for making the 11th annual Fan Golf Classic at Langdon Farms a success.
Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to all the people that have come out and play at this. And, of course, to Langdon Farms.
Thanks also to Wilsonville Toyota, Henderson and Daughter Windows and Doors, Philbrook Injury Law, Accident and Injury Lawyers, Battery Exchange, 1-800-DIVORCE, and Cazadores Tequila. We'll see you next year for the 12th Fan Golf Classic with 1080 The Fan.
Swag back with you from my friends at Forest Hills Golf Course out in Cornelius. It's the best golf value on the west side. All the work that Marcus and his crew have been doing over the last several months are now in pristine shape with the weather that we've had. The new green complexes are all in at 16 and 17 and 8. They've opened it up to take advantage of the stunning view, so enjoy a great round of golf and a great sunset. Book your tee time now, golfforesthills.com. Tell them Swag sent you.
This is the story of the one.
Lillard reintroduced to Portland in about 12 minutes.
Or so they say.
Live.
At a press conference.
They always make us wait.
Yeah. started on time.
Nobody can ever be. Yeah, that's a great. Why do they never start on time?
It's like movies. If the movie starts at 7, start the effing movie at 7.
Exactly.
If you tell me the press conference is at 6:05, start it at 6:05. Or tell me that it's 6:15.
Correct.
And then, just level with me.
That was Mike Leach after someone was late to his conference call.
That's true. And then he wouldn't tell him what was said.
Sorry, did you mention the update on any of the starters?
Oh, well, my. Isn't this interesting?
Mike Leach was a peach. Rest in peace, the pirate.
President Donald Trump, also a peach.
Oh, man.
Is threatening to hold up a new stadium deal for Washington's NFL team.
Remember a time when a political party might get upset at a president holding a private company hostage?
I'm really rich.
He would like them to restore the old name of the Redskins.
And the Cleveland Indians, and the Indians have already told them to go pound sand.
Yeah, but they don't really have. I mean, they don't. Like, he's leveraging the stadium deal in Washington, which actually is a problem for the Washington football team, the commies as we know them, Commanders. The Guardians, they're like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Go away.
We don't care. Yeah. So is there anyone on earth that wants the Redskins name back?
Yeah, Donald Trump and a lot of angry white people.
Besides him, though? Like, I don't even think angry white people cared.
Can we just... You're going to get me wound up here. This has nothing to do with the Redskins, and it has nothing to do with the football. This is what they do.
It's called baseball in particular.
And why haven't we figured this out by now? And we still fall for it. Anytime there's something in the news that he doesn't like, and I don't know if you've paid attention lately,
what happened?
But there's something in the news that he doesn't like.
What?
I don't know. Something about an airplane and an old guy.
Oh.
And even his own party was like, well, I don't like this.
Well, I thought that was Obama and Hillary.
So this is my point. This is what they do. When something comes along that he doesn't like, he just floods the news with the most ridiculous crap known to man, and it works. It absolutely works. You're like, hey, you don't want someone to talk about something. Here's like 9 crazy ass things that I'm going to throw, and I'm just going to throw it all out there. By the way, one of his political advisors even said years ago that this is their strategy. When there's something you don't want, you just flood the zone because you can only pay attention, and we have such short attention spans that before you know it, you're only talking about this dumb crap. Like, who cares what the stupid football team in Washington's named?
Can I share a tweet that I saw with you guys earlier today about this? It was someone saying, the president should not be telling Washington to change their name. Our country has far bigger problems. Focus on them and not this nonsense. Do you know who said that?
I'm guessing he did.
Donald Trump, October 8th, 2013.
It doesn't, it just, this is what it is. It's just, you flood the zone and all of a sudden people are talking about it. So I am going to state for the I don't care. Name them whatever the F you want. I don't care.
You do it anymore, you're going to have problems.
I just don't, it's just exhausting to me. I'm tired.
I'm the strongest farmer guy that there's ever been.
That's his whole goal, though, is to wear you out.
And it works.
Oh,
The windmills are driving the whales crazy.
It works on me, too, man.
I'm sure there's a bunch of people in the NFL right now, a bunch of Washington fans that are excited about painting their faces red and putting the headdress back on.
Yeah. I can't even watch the news anymore.
Again, stated, if Native Americans are fine with it, cool. If let all the Native Americans vote, and if the majority of them are like, hey, we love this and it honors us, by all means. But as a middle-aged white guy with a bald head and a big beard, I don't get to tell the Indians and the Native Americans and anything else what they should or shouldn't be.
These people are crazy.
By.
There's something wrong with them.
I just wonder if he can hold up that stadium deal.
I don't know. If he does,
I mean, he is the president.
If he does, that is beyond ridiculous. That you're basically telling a team, do what I want, otherwise F you. That's just ridiculous. Over something that was problematic for a number of years.
I'd have to find it again, but there was something that says, no, he really can't stop that from happening, but he can make life very difficult if he wants to, and there's a handful of ways to do that.
Well, and like I get, I mean, like Florida State has an agreement. The Seminole tribe loves that. That is something that they do. The Indians, you can debate the Indians' name. We know that the Indian mascot was super problematic.
Yeah, the caricature.
I mean, my God. And then, the term Redskin, that's just uncomfortable. Again, I go back to, would you want the San Francisco Yellowskins? It's a weird thing to have. Or you had the New York Blackskins. It's strange. And this idea of, oh, well, we're not gonna like be woke, and this is the way we've always done it. Well, how far do you want to go back? Do you want to go back into the 1800s? Because if you keep going back far enough, we did a lot of stuff that maybe it's a good thing that we grew and evolved and moved past it. But now suddenly we're trying to yank it back for no reason.
Yeah, it's weird. All right. Well, I'll go back to not caring. Back to watching my Royals.
I love Tesla.
You have problems with the Royals now?
Listening to 105.1. Yeah, we called up Rich Hill.
Oh.
Do you know how old Rich Hill is? He's 45.
Set a new record, too. It's like his 14th or 15th Major League team.
God.
The Mets just signed someone that the Yankees DFA'd after 2 games. And then apparently the Mets had at the start of the year. And
you want Rich Hill? We'll trade him to you.
We need bullpen help.
God. Rich Hill always looks housed when he's pitching, too. You ever see those big bags under his eyes?
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Royals, I think that's the WNBA said no to that.
What?
Remember, we had the if it was the Zoom Info guy.
Yeah.
Was going to buy a WNBA team, and supposedly one of the hangups is he wanted to name it the Rip City Royal.
We'll take Senga back for him.
Nah, he's my guy.
Actually, we need offense.
How do you feel about old Beatty? You want him?
No, he's a bust.
Yes, you can have him.
He sucks.
I'll trade you him for Rich Hill right now. Let's go.
Who's your best prospects?
Well, they're up right now. One is the Acuna's brother.
Oh, he's interesting.
Yeah, and he's been
all right. I want Jet Williams. That's who I want.
No, you can't have Jet.
All right, live on the.
This stemming from an AC joint injury last season. Him being out for the season will officially make number 1 overall pick Cam Ward, the Titans' Week 1 starter, though that was likely a foregone conclusion. On the college gridiron, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff has enrolled at Tulane University following his honor code suspension in Provo. And on the diamond, the Mariners open a 3-game set against the red-hot Milwaukee Brewers tonight in Seattle. Milwaukee's won their last 10 in a row, including a weekend sweep over the Dodgers. Brandon Woodruff is on the mound for the Brew Crew. George Kirby toes the rubber for the M's. First pitch is at 6:40. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
More, please. Golf in the Northwest with Jason Swigard is back. Saturdays at 8 a.m. before the Sinner and the Saint on Portland's sports leader, 1080 The Fan. The following show may contain adult themes not suitable for children.
Shut the hell up.
Club 1080 with Isaac and Souk.
It does go well with a chicken.
I didn't know hanging out with you was making me smarter.
Full disclosure, Morty, it's not. Temporary superintelligence is just a side effect of the mega seeds dissolving in your rectal cavity.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and once those seeds wear off, you're gonna lose most of your motor skills, and you're also gonna lose a significant amount of brain. What's going on now?
I don't think I could eat beaver. This son of a bitch, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, bitch.
the best part of football is football. And so you got to do football.
Football's football. The only way to get better at it is to play football.
It's Division I football!
Guys being dudes.
Go Tigers!
All right. Nice to have you on. Club 1080 will be briefly interrupted here until we get bored of the Damian Lillard press conference.
Hot press conference. Nothing says Club 1080
come on. It's
like press conference.
I know, but it's Dames Lills.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back. We're waiting for him to take the Okay, yeah, let's go to it.
Yeah,
this is the Blazers reintroducing Damian Lillard to Portland tonight.
I had a former Trailblazer text me right after the news broke. He said everything's right in the NBA again, and I just smiled and nodded, and it was like, yeah, I mean, it is. It never felt right seeing Damian in a different jersey, and we're really excited, of course, to bring him back to Portland and put him in that red and black. So, we'll get into a few opening statements and answer any questions you have, but just really thankful to Dame for trusting in us, for believing in us, and for coming back. So send it over to Chauncey.
Yeah, same thing for me, really. This is a happy day for all of us. Really, really excited to have Dame back. It's been a process. I think if we're all being honest, we obviously never wanted to see him go. And even when he did, we all wanted to see him back. So it worked out perfect. I always just believe that things happen how they're supposed to. And unfortunately, he's hurt right now, and he'll be back as good as ever, if you know anything about him. So we're really excited about that. I told him that this year he's going to be the highest paid assistant coach in league history because I'm going to be putting him to work every day. So we're really excited. We're really happy to have our guy back. Go ahead, Dollar.
For me, personally, well, first I want to thank Joe, and I want to thank Chauncey because, obviously for this to even be possible, we all had to be on the same page about it. But like they both said, it never felt right not being home. And, through it all, I found my way back, and just fortunate to be back with the group that I was with prior to leaving, to be a part of a great situation at home. And I'm just excited, and really, really thankful and appreciative of the door being open for me to come back, even with me being hurt. And, it means a lot to me to not only play for this organization again, I never wanted to not be playing for this organization, but to be back in this community, that I'm most familiar with, the familiar faces, all of the things that I've been connected to, even during the time that I wasn't playing here the last 2 years. So it all just feels right. Usually when I have to make a decision, I put a lot of thought into it. I ask a lot of questions to the people around me, but this was a decision that wasn't hard at all for me to make. And, the people that I know love me and care about me, it was a easy piece of advice for them to give. It was easy for them to, to support. So, like I said, I'm just thankful to be back. And it just feels like the perfect situation at the perfect time. So I'm just happy to be back.
Brenna Green, Coinstick Sports. Damian, if I would have told you 2 years ago you would be sitting here right now doing this press conference, what would have your reaction been?
I probably would have been like, I don't know, that's a little. In just 2 years, I probably wouldn't have believed it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't expect this to happen at some point, but for it to happen this soon, I wasn't expecting this.
For Dame and for Joe, Mike Richmond, can you talk about the process of kind of how this came together? When did you guys start talking about it? What did sort of the conversations look like and the meetings look like that led to this happening?
Once we learned Dame was leaving the Bucks, it all happened pretty smooth and organically. Chauncey and I sat down with him a few times and had some really good conversations. A lot of talking about goals and, what the Trailblazers are trying to accomplish, what he's trying to accomplish, and seeing if those, goals aligned. And I think we knew very early on that those goals were very similar, and the key thing there was just work out a deal and let's get this done, and it was really that smooth.
Lindsay Schnell, The Athletic. Dame, I'm curious, can you tell us how you told your kids that you were coming home, and what their reaction is? I'm guessing Dame Jr. is old enough to like really get it. The twins might have been a little confused.
They're all old enough to pick up on it now, especially Dame Jr., but I didn't say nothing to them about it until Saturday when I actually signed, and they were with me, and we got back in the car to go home. And I got to a red light, and I just turned around, and my daughter was looking at me, and I told her, and she was like, wait, so like we don't have to get on the airplane to Milwaukee no more? I was like, yeah, like y'all don't gotta get on the plane no more. And she was like, so you're gonna be at your house in Portland the whole time? I was like, yeah. And she was like, what? Like she was, and then her brothers was kind of listening to that back and forth, and they were all extremely excited. So I saved it for when I knew it was official.
With the Oregonian. Dame, what expectation are you setting for yourself after this year of rehab? What kind of player do you expect to be in 2026?
I mean, I think it's obviously a tough injury, but me personally, I know how I'm going to approach the whole rehab process, taking my time. A lot of trust in the people around me, a lot of trust in the surgeon that I went to. We've stayed connected. And I think I'm going to return to form. That's just my true belief. I think I'll return to form. I think with this injury, a lot of the people that I've spoke to that have experienced the injury and come back for it, a lot of the surgeons that I spoke to, a lot of the PTs that I've spoken to have shared a lot of information with me. And a lot of it was encouraging for me. And I know what my assignment is to make that happen. And that's what I've been focused on doing. So it's a pretty slow process. That's why I'm taking the next season to make sure that I check every box and that I don't rush, especially at my age. But I expect to return to form.
I can Rose Garden Report. This would be for, I guess, both Joe and Dame. Is there any possibility at all that Dame plays this upcoming season, or is the understanding that this is just a rehab year?
We're going to do what's best for Dame. And, never say never in this world, but all that matters is him coming back to form. And that'll take as long as it takes, and we won't go a second faster than that.
My prideful self would be thinking differently, but I think that with age you get wiser, and like Joe said, it's going to be, ultimately what's best, and I think to take as much time as possible to make sure that I'm right, that's what I'll do.
Dan Carey Eggers, so assuming you don't play this next season, what will your role be? What will you do as far as the team on hands and that sort of thing? And then what role do you expect to play when you do get back?
I think not playing, just wanting to still have an impact on the team and still be present with the team. I think when you've been around the league for as long as I have, and you've had as much experience as I've had on the floor every day in practice, just being in this league and having a significant role, it's a lot to share. It's a lot that you need time to learn in the NBA. A lot of things you just learn over your amount of time, and with this being a younger team, it's a lot of things that I can share, without having to be on the floor. And I think that'll be my main job this year. Like Chauncey said, I'm basically going to be like an assistant coach. So I'll be around, and my investment in the team will be the same as if I was playing, as far as like my time and where my energy is placed. And I think once I'm playing, it'll be the same. One thing that I've missed over the last 2 years playing on an older team is I'm able to be more and give more when I have something to pour into. When I'm able to be invested in others' careers more, being around younger players. So with this team, I'll have plenty of opportunity to do that, especially having a young, rising point guard like Scoot that I'm gonna be, playing with now, and Tumani and Denny, and Shaden, who I was with his rookie year. So just being around those guys and having so much to share and being able to pour into them and be a part of, their continued progress is something that elevates me as a player and as a teammate and as a leader. So, I'm looking forward to that as well, even when I'm playing.
Danny Meringue, 105.1 The Fan. In your previous tenure, you were a flag bearer not only for the team, but the city, the organization, all of it. Just kind of what are your thoughts on being that right now as the team's up for sale, and Adam Silver's comments about the preference of staying in Portland, it's the pride and thoughts that you've had of being that guy and being that guy again?
The city of Portland and the Trailblazers as an organization is just important to me. It's never been something that I've had to try and go out and do, and make myself something. It's just how I feel, and I go off of, what my true feelings are. So it was always genuine for the first 11 years of my career, and it was also always organic. I never had to go out of my way to do something or make something appear to be a certain way, and I think this will be the same. I don't need to try to announce myself as that or anything. I just operate as myself, and that's always been good enough. And I think, especially at this stage of my career, I think it'll remain the same.
Casey Holdall, Trailblazers.com. Dame and Chauncey. Dame, could you speak? You did this now, but could you speak a little more about kind of your thoughts on the team as currently constructed, particularly how it's maybe different from the team that you were on your last season here? And Chauncey, I know it's probably kind of early, but have you thought at all about how you're going to use Dame once he is able to get back out there?
Should I go first?
Why don't you go first, Dame?
I think one thing that when we all sat down and this idea kind of started to move towards me signing back here, obviously I'm gonna look at the basketball situation. We play basketball and you want to win basketball games. So a lot of people, may look at it as a family decision, and obviously anybody would have their family be a part of a decision that they make, but this was just as much a basketball decision. I've watched the team even at a distance. I've followed and stayed in touch with what was going on, and looking at how the league is transitioning and how it's changing. It's not the same old thing no more. It's young teams that guard and that have depth and that compete, that are connected, and this team has all of those things. Maybe because it's Portland, people may not be willing to say it, but it's all there. From the talent to the depth to having it on both sides of the ball, it's all there. And that's something that I believed in when I looked into a decision like this. So the personal part, the family, the basketball, the fact that this opportunity came unexpected, being waived, it just felt like like I said, it just felt like the perfect timing and the perfect opportunity.
What you asked me again, man? It's actually pretty neat. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a long way from now. Obviously, I'm more excited right now to have Dame back, and like he said, just pouring into our young guys. I want to see Scoop and Shaden take a step this year. Of course, I coach these guys very hard, but it's always different when you're getting that mentorship and that tutelage from a guy that wears a jersey. And to have Dame and to have Drew and have these guys pouring into him, I'm really, really excited about that. And then when we get to that point, we get there, but I'm really excited about what we've been able to do this summer and what our team looks like right now. And when Dame is able to come back, we'll be super ready for him, but I'm really not even thinking about a year from now. I'm thinking about this year.
Hey, Damian. Annie Peterson from AP. You said it was also a basketball decision, but how much did being with your kids in the same city factor into your decision? How much did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. I mean, it's my kids. So it only made it that much sweeter. But to that same point, even when I wasn't here, I created a situation where I could still be with my kids as often as possible. So, like I said, that was part of it. You know, it's well documented that I'm a family guy, and when you have kids, that's even more so the case. You know, once you have kids of your own. So, obviously, that's a part of that. You know, it makes it that much better. But the same is to be said about, you know, basketball and what I've always wanted to accomplish in a Trailblazer uniform, and now looking at the team and it, in my opinion, being positioned to do, you know, what I've always wanted to have opportunity to do.
All right, that is live coverage of Damian Lillard being reintroduced to you, the sports fan in Portland.
The first ever question by 105.1 The Fan.
Yeah.
Danny Meringue.
Yeah, I like how he got that in there.
Yeah.
Although, I wonder if somebody hears that and goes, oh, and they tune into 105.1 The Fan and
It's
they
Bella
hear
right now.
Maroon 5.
Hey, this guy's got some jams. That Adam Levine is a talented son of a bitch.
Well, I don't have any takeaways. Do you have any takeaways from that?
I'm just sad that I didn't get to ask my question.
What would be your question?
Dame, talk to me about the butter hogs. What are you going to miss about Milwaukee besides the butter?
He's going to go get him one of those Milwaukee butter hogs. Can you imagine if you asked that? I mean, it sounded like there were a lot of people there.
There were.
Would he ask for clarity, or how would he react if you asked that with a straight face?
I want to hope that he would chuckle, but I don't think.
Probably
Well, I don't know. I think you'd get a lot of looks, and people wouldn't really know what you're talking about. There'd be one guy in there that's like a P1. Yeah, exactly, and they would laugh and they would love it. But then everybody else would be like, what the hell? And then they would just be like, get out of here.
Dave, as a single man and heading from Portland to Milwaukee, can you talk to us about the prevalence of the, I believe the term is Milwaukee butter?
He's going to go get him one of those Milwaukee butter hogs. God.
Renowned. It's what the city of Milwaukee is known for. Oh, also this one too, Dame. Talk to me about the confidence level of the history of the Portland Trailblazers rehabbing lower leg injuries.
Jeez. That'd be
You know, buddy stuff.
Which is why we're not at the press conference and Danny is.
That's right.
Danny is erect over that entire press conference.
Do you think he had to stand up in order to ask the question,
No,
so he had to hide his...
There's a trapper keeper that he's keeping on his lap at all times. He's having a moment.
Lindsey Schnell sighting in that thing.
Annie Peterson?
And Annie Peterson's still around. Like we were telling Brenna Green earlier today, we haven't been to a press conference in probably 15 years.
As you can tell why.
And yeah, Annie's awesome. She's really nice. She does the AP. She's been doing it for years. And I didn't think she was still doing it, but she's still doing it. And then Lindsey Schnell, she was the one who, I think you pissed her off at one point, didn't you?
I'm sure I did.
Didn't you get in a fight with her?
It's possible.
She's kind of a bitch, and she came at you.
I don't know. I've pissed a lot of people off.
There was a kerfuffle, I thought, with her, where she was being a...
It's possible. Well, a lot of people didn't like. Remember for years when we'd go to press conferences, I would ask with AVN Adult Video News.
Oh, you would not.
Oh, 100%.
You did not. You never did that.
AVN.
You joked about that.
Oh, no. AVN was a real thing.
You never did that.
No one knew what AVN was.
I did.
I didn't say Adult Video News. I would say AVN.
You would not.
Oh, that happened.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that coverage of Damian Lillard. He's awesome.
He is.
Good dude.
Now he's back. Now he's ours.
It was a little weird when they were talking about, Cronin in his shake voice said they have similar goals.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, does he really think they're going to be good? Like, what are their goals?
I don't know.
What?
He's back.
I think he just wants to double. First of all, he lives here, so he's like, it's easier if I live here. My kids are here. And then second, I get another paycheck. That's good enough.
It's a very nice dream disconnected from reality.
Totally. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It really is.
If all that stuff happened, that'd be great.
Stop worrying about that. Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
I mean, they're asking, hey, Chance, how are you going to use Lillard? He's not going to play for a year.
Well, Chance did say, we'll see down the road. It's interesting. It's like what happens with Scoot. Scoot and Shaden both have to, they're in contract situations.
It's actually pretty neat.
All right. Listen, we've got bigger fish to fry here, okay?
Yeah?
Theo is dead. I know. I saw that. We'll get to that story next on The Fan. Hey there, it's your Window Daddy sticking around for the Window Nation, where right now in July, and we've only got, what do we got, like 10 days left in July? It's your last chance this next week and 3 days to take advantage of their great deal. July offer only, one of the best sales of the year, where you can save big on Windows, 50% off. Any window style you want, half off, and pay 0 interest for 5 years, so no interest until 2030. Window Nation is the place to get your windows because they partner with Milgard here in Portland to build top-quality windows to their high standards and for our climate here in the Northwest. So don't miss out. They have green building practices. They recycle their install waste. They have flexible financing. They have a team rooted right here in the Northwest. They're locally based but nationally backed. There's not a lot to dislike about working with Window Nation. So if you need some windows for your home or your office or whatever, book your free eco quote today. It doesn't cost you anything to book. They'll give you the quote. You don't have to go through with it, but 50% off is pretty damn good savings. So you can do that one of two ways, 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION, or you can visit windownation.com. Windownation.com. Tell them you heard it from Isaac on The Fan. Contractor code 249065.
Thanks to our fan listeners for making the 11th annual Fan Golf Classic at Langdon Farms a success.
What's up, y'all? Having a great time out here.
Thanks also to Wilsonville Toyota, Henderson and Daughter Windows and Doors, Philbrook Injury Law, Accident and Injury Lawyers, Maestro Dobel Tequila, Portland Indoor Golf Club, and Vulcan Design and Construction. We'll see you next year for the 12th Fan Golf Classic with 1080 The Fan.
Now, here's a quick look at Portland traffic.
In Portland, I-5 northbound is slow from the Markham Bridge to I-84, then again from I-405 to the Interstate Bridge. 26 eastbound is slow from Southwest Canyon Road through the Vista Ridge Tunnel. I-205 northbound is slow from I-5 to West Lynn. With traffic, this is Sam Titter.
This traffic report brought to you by
Clackamas Community College. Whether you're starting fresh or switching paths, Clackamas Community College can get you career ready. With programs built for in-demand jobs across growing industries, your future starts here. Find your why at CCC. Learn more at clackamas.edu.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 503-207-6000. That's 503-207-6000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
I believe you deserve to be able to trust in your lawyer. This is McDaniel Reynolds with the Reynolds Defense Firm, and we specialize in just one thing. We represent good people facing DUI charges. I believe in practicing law with honesty and integrity. I believe that a few bad moments do not somehow undo an entire lifetime of being a good person. And I believe in what we do. We represent good people facing DUI charges. If you've been arrested, you need help, and you deserve to be able to trust in your lawyer. We're online at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. The Reynolds Defense Firm. We're solid, we're here if you need us, and we are very good at what we do.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Club 1080 with Isaac and Sue.
We just stepped out of the shower. We'll be down in a minute. All right, listen, you guys can't go. Did you just say we? What? Did you just say we just stepped out of the shower? I said he. Right, okay.
Club 1080 with Isaac and Souk is brought to you by Pub Beer, the official beer of Cheap Fun.
Double Sun Power!
Well, someone has passed away that you probably hadn't thought of or thought about for
35
years?
At least. It's been a while.
It has, but, when he was on TV and we were watching him, he was just so darn likable.
Yeah.
We loved The Cosby Show back in the day. Now quite problematic.
It is quite problematic.
But
it didn't have anything to do with this guy.
No, Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo Huxtable.
Yes.
Theodore Huxtable.
Who was such a likable guy and then never really... I honestly don't know a single thing that he did after The Cosby Show.
Yeah, he didn't do much else. I mean, nothing major, but whenever you saw him, he just seemed like such a good dude.
Yeah.
He has died. Theo has died. No more Theo.
No.
He has passed away.
Costa Rica swimming accident.
Yeah. He got swept out by a sneaker wave in Costa Rica.
Is that what it was, the sneaker wave?
I guess so.
I just some onlookers were able to get him back to shore, but it was too late. And I guess there was a second person, unidentified, that was that's in critical condition, but I don't think he's or they have died yet. Yeah, he died of asphyxia after being caught by a high current in the ocean. Ugh, what a terrible way to go. Yeah, 54 years old in Costa Rica. And he was on vacation with his daughter, so let's hope that the second individual wasn't his daughter,
He had roles in films like Drop Zone, Restaurant, and Fool's Gold.
Have not seen any of those.
He was on several TV shows, including Malcolm and Eddie, Read Between the Lines, Sons of Anarchy, American Horror Story, Key and Peele, Major Crimes, The Magic School Bus, and Suits.
He was in Sons of Anarchy?
Apparently.
I love Sons of Anarchy. I must have been a bit of a bit part, 'cause I certainly don't remember him.
Was he with that Oakland gang?
Yeah, maybe.
He also appeared in nearly 100 episodes of The Resident as A.J. Austin. He won the Grammy for Best Traditional R&B Performance for the song Jesus Children.
What?
Alongside Layla Hathaway and Robert Glasper.
He won a what? Get right the hell out of town.
Best Traditional R&B Performance. Yeah, he won a Grammy.
Huh.
That was
What?
10 years ago.
Well, I mean, hey, do you have a Grammy? Because
I don't.
Kudos to him. So did he have
What?
did he have a better career than
I think probably so.
than we realized?
Net worth. Look up his net worth.
All right, maybe he just quietly
10
pieced
mil?
together. I don't know.
15
man.
mil?
I don't know how much they got off of those. Because he was a child star.
How old was he when he was on The Cosby Show?
Oh, God, he was a little older. He wasn't like little, but I think he was on that show probably when he was like 10 to 18 would have been my guess. Somewhere in that. At least that's what he played. He may have been a little older. Looking up. They say between 6 and 14.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
good little.
this is the thing about Hollywood. A guy like that, and then, he kind of falls off the radar and becomes a one-hit wonder, and people can kind of mock and poke. But quietly, that guy has probably had steady work, makes a good living, better than a good living. Not many people are worth between 16 and 14 million bucks. And, had a daughter and, maybe just had a great life.
He's married too.
Yeah, maybe he never reached the heights that, you did when you were little, but put food on the table and, that's just the...
he was a handsome fella.
He was a handsome fella.
Malcolm Jamal Warner. Dead at the age of 54.
Well, and it's scary. We talked about this, but when you go on vacation, and look, I don't know what happened, but you go on vacation, we've talked about this a million times, you do things and you take risks that you normally wouldn't take, right? People that aren't strong swimmers go out into the ocean, or do you decide you're going to go surf, or you go bungee jumping or paragliding, or we take a lot of risks when we're on vacation, because like, what can happen on vacation? Well, tragedy can happen on vacation.
Man, that show, The Cosby Show,
Mm-hmm.
what a cast. Because you had Bill, but you also had Felicia Rashad.
Yep.
You had Malcolm Jamal Warner. You had Lisa Bonet. She was on there.
Yep. Rudy was my favorite. The youngest daughter. She was adorable.
Was that?
Nisha,
Rudy.
She was Nisha.
Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Yes.
You had Raven Simone.
Yeah, who went on to do really big things like on the Disney Channel.
She had her own show, That's So Raven.
Yeah, she was brought in at the end of the, they do that at the sitcoms. When all the kids grow up, they bring in like a cute cousin to give the, we need a little kid on there.
Some
and
lighthearted kid whimsy.
Yeah, and she blew up and did a big old thing.
Tempest Bledsoe was on there. She was Vanessa.
Oh, yeah. I do remember her. And that show,
That's a name.
and then they had the spinoff, A Different World. Was a successful spinoff.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember that? That was like when they went to college. It was a Cosby Show spinoff, and I think was 227 also a spinoff of the Cosby Show. I think there were a couple successful spinoffs. I know A Different World was a spinoff. I think that was Vanessa that went off to college.
Oh.
That
created by Bill Cosby.
Yeah, both or just the one?
Just The Different World.
Different World.
And Lisa Bonet was.
Was it Lisa Bonet? I thought it may have been the other one.
This says it was a spinoff that typically addressed issues that were avoided by the Cosby Show writers.
Oh.
Basically race, class relations, sexual assault.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was about an African. It was the HBCU, right? Historically Black Colleges, Universities. It was, I think it took place at a fictional HBCU.
Hillman College,
Hillman
a
College.
fictional historically black college in Virginia.
Look at me knowing the...
Yeah, you probably read that today.
Look at him. I did not read that today.
Look at him.
Look at you giving me no credit.
Yeah, I don't like to give you credit.
For the Cosby Show spinoffs.
What was the other one?
Sons of bitches. I was wondering if 227 may have been a spinoff as well. But that one I don't know. But I know A Different World definitely was. No, it does not appear.
I don't think so.
I think A Different World.
I never even heard of that show.
No? With Jack A?
Jack A?
Yeah. She was on 227,
I remember
man.
Jack A.
Yeah. My mom loved 227.
Dude, nothing beats Good Times.
No.
Good Times was so good.
Well, there you go.
Better be. What's
Better-
Average Times?
I have a hot take. Good Times better than the Jeffersons.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. For young Isaac, it was.
You're hitting that?
Yep.
Well, I
Sure
can't.
am, fella.
I don't know if I could. I don't know
Chew on that.
I don't know if I can get you with that. Dude, George Jefferson was my guy. Come on. The theme song alone.
Dynamite.
No, I love the Jeffersons.
Little Janet Jackson on that show.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do remember that. Janet was also on Different Strokes. She was Willis's girl on that.
Yes, she was.
You know, and we talk a lot about Michael and the changes. Take a look at Janet, because
now,
well, just over the years,
hot
because we
milk.
know Michael.
We have little cookies.
Michael had some problems, and Michael morphed from young black handsome Michael into an elderly Jewish woman with no nose. But yeah, take a look at Janet Jackson, because Janet Jackson, whatever Michael had, Janet had some of that too. Because look at Janet Jackson when she was on,
when she was on Different Strokes,
Different Strokes, or any of those early shows, and then as it went on, Janet changed colors and faces multiple times as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was always pretty though. You know, like
Yes.
she. But yes, the pigment is an interesting.
Exactly.
I hadn't really noticed that.
Oh yeah,
but-
and that's my point. Is like, dude, peak Janet Jackson is like one of the hottest things.
Yeah.
Like ever.
She's gorgeous.
But we all I didn't make fun of, but like Michael got weird.
Well, he took it a little far.
So did Janet Jackson.
Well,
Look,
give me the.
If it weren't for Michael, people would be much more in arms about Janet.
what the hell is going on here? How many noses and cheeks and lips and chins and like I don't know what's happening there. Michael tried to turn himself into like an old Jewish woman. Janet Jackson tried to turn herself into like an Asian lady, like an old Asian lady. There's a lot of weird surgery going on there, and whatever bleaching Michael had, well, Janet was on the same thing. And she somehow doesn't get the same flack that Michael does.
No, she doesn't, because she's female.
Well,
and we like her.
Well, we liked I love Michael.
I mean, we liked Michael's music.
Yeah, I know. That's problematic. That might be my number one problematic.
Are you the same guy that just gushed about Michael Jackson the musical?
This is what I'm saying. Of all the things that I shouldn't like, but I do like that are problematic, Michael might be number one. He made Thriller.
They keep playing his music in grocery stores where families go all the time.
Because it's freaking amazing. I'm telling you, go see that MJ musical. It's banger after banger after banger, and that guy was amazing. And then you're like, because even if the kid stuff isn't true,
it is true.
We don't know.
Yes, we do.
We don't.
Yes, we do.
We don't. It's all accusations.
What has gotten into you?
It's all accusations.
Holy Michael Jackson defender.
No
what is
kidding.
going on?
What are you, Aaron Fentress?
Even if that's not true, the other weirdness factor is enough to still give you the ick times 1,000.
Well, what if you walk into Fred Meyer and they're playing Bill Cosby bits?
I know.
It's like,
I know.
But Thriller's on there. We're dancing.
That's how good Michael was.
No, I just think,
Yeah.
Cosby's stand-up was pretty good.
I know. I used to listen.
It was pretty good.
My dad used to have the Bill Cosby comedy albums on the records.
Yeah.
Dude,
they were good.
His comedy bits, Chicken Heart and Fat Albert and all that stuff started as bits in his comedy. Bill Cosby was a great stand-up comedian.
He was.
And then
the rapes.
Like, again, I can't watch the Cosby Show.
Who's worse, Cosby or Jackson? It's Jackson.
I'm not gonna lie.
Underage kids.
I've been listening to Michael Jackson for like the last week straight after.
I saw Cosby made it into pop culture memes the other day. Somebody took and photoshopped that astronomer CEO and the HR gal, and they just had Cosby in there with the HR girl asleep.
Wait, asleep? Oh.
Because that's what he would do to people on dates.
Did you see the follow-up, the Instagram, or I don't know, the TikTok that was out there about, it's like a tutorial on ways to play off cheating when you're at a Coldplay concert?
It was a little bit what we were talking about as far as if they hadn't reacted that way, or if had they reacted differently, would the outcome have been different?
No,
and it had ways to do
He 100% should have just not acknowledged it, or just given her a peck on the cheek and it would have gone away.
4 ways the tutorial says that you can handle that. 1, you should just start celebrating like nothing happened. That's the first way.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I said you should just lean
like hands
into
in the
it.
air, like, hey, we're on TV.
Yeah, nobody's gonna notice.
You know what? You put your hands in the air and you wave them around
like you don't care.
There you go.
You can play fight. Like he does a bit where he's like fake choking her. It's like ha ha ha. You can pretend that she's choking and you're giving her the Heimlich.
Ooh, I like that. Although that may look like you're doing something else from behind.
Or you can do the "you crack my back, I'll crack your back."
Oh, yeah,
bit,
the lift.
You know.
Yeah, the key is you just play it off. That no one lingers on those sorts of things.
That's right. They probably wouldn't have even noticed.
The panic was too strong and took it.
And by the way,
I honestly think the peck on the cheek is the best way, because if you don't react and you don't kiss, it will linger as the crowd's like, but if you just do a quick cheek peck, they will quickly move on to something else. But I've seen those where they linger because they want to see if you're going to notice that you're on the camera and will you indeed kiss.
Oh, yeah, right.
So,
you got to get the camera out of there.
You got to get the camera off as quick as possible, and I think the peck on the cheek is the fastest way to just move on.
It makes the cameraman bored. I got to find the next person.
Did you see the guy, Andy Byron, resigned over the weekend?
Yeah. Yeah, he resigned.
Didn't take long.
Something tells me the company was like, hey, Andy, just here's some stock, and you're the founder. Just shut up and move along. The new CEO, and by the way, that turns out that the statement from the cheater guy, that was not real. That was fake.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I remember he said, he took a private moment, and yeah, it turns out that's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
fooled
BS.
again.
Ball sacked.
All right. Well, rest in peace, Theo Huxtable. Here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on 1080 The Fan.
Ryan Buckley with the Sports Center update. First on The Fan, Chris Paul coming back for another NBA season. This makes 21 for CP3, and he'll be joining the Los Angeles Clippers along with Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, and, of course, James Harden. In the NFL, Titans quarterback Will Levis has elected to have season-ending shoulder surgery. This will officially make number 1 overall pick Cam Ward the Titans' Week 1 starter. On the college gridiron, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff is enrolled at Tulane University following his honor code suspension in Provo. And on the diamond, the Mariners opening a 3-game set against the Milwaukee Brewers in just a matter of moments. The Brewers have won 10 straight. Brendan Woodruff is on the bump for the Brew Crew trying to keep that streak going. George Kirby will be tasked with trying to snap that streak. He's on the bump for the M's. First pitch from T-Mobile is at 6:40. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
This is your home for year-round NFL coverage. The Odyssey app and Portland's sports leader, 1080 The Fan.
Hey, it's Dusty. Victorico's breakfast tacos are the perfect way to start your day. Fresh eggs, savory meats, creamy chipotle sauce, and all the flavors you love. They're fast, delicious, and ready to go. Visit them in store or order online for takeout at victoricos.com.
If Old Spice Deep Sea Super Hydration Body Wash were music, what would it sound like? Start with the deep sounds of Old Spice's ocean waves and kelp. Layer on the smooth, renewing moisture. You wouldn't hear any parabens or phthalates because Old Spice Deep Sea hasn't got any. But you would hear that vitamin B3 for healthier looking skin. So while your regular body wash sounds like this, Old Spice sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Thank you for making Total Wine & More America's #1 online source for spirits, beer, and wine. Better than all those delivery apps. Total Wine's prices are up to 30% lower with super fast delivery and no hidden fees. Order direct at TotalWine.com and pay less today.
Drink responsibly, B21. Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Join us for Construction Trades Appreciation Day at your local Coastal this Tuesday.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, with just what the country needs.
Shout out to all construction trades workers. We appreciate the hard work and integrity you bring to our communities. Stop in on July 22nd for store-wide discounts like 25% off apparel and footwear from brands that work as hard as you do, including Cat, Dickies, Ariat, Dovetail, and more. Check out the Milwaukee Packout selection for up to 20% off and save 15% off the rest of your local Coastal store. To get these exclusive savings, show your union or trade school ID or proof of employer at the checkout. Whatever you need to get the job done, Coastal is happy to help as your neighborhood workwear and job site supplier.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, with just what the country needs.
Don't miss this one-day deal on July 22nd at Coastal.
Builders, GCs, and property owners. Partner with Henderson & Daughter Windows and Doors for your light commercial projects and multifamily properties. With 40 years of exceptional service, Henderson & Daughter is your trusted Milgard window and door dealer. Visit hendersonanddaughter.com to schedule your free consultation today. Henderson & Daughter, your partner in building excellence, offering quality Milgard windows and doors for all your building needs. Henderson & Daughter, treating every home like their own.
By texting 26022, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Tax Lien Code. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at taxliencode.com.
Imagine waking up and not needing
Britney Spears sold a lot of albums. She sucks.
God, have you seen her most recent video?
No.
She's off the deep end.
She's like smoking a cigarette, twirling in like an empty living room with boxes on the floor.
Dude,
it's a whole thing.
How many times can she go to the well on that bit? Like that's her. Like
Every
she
time.
has
She's
no
not
other.
well.
Well, I know, but she did that like she shaved her head like 20 years ago, and we were like, oh my God, what's wrong with Britney? She goes to that well pretty much every couple years.
She just gets naked now and like spins around and like plays
That's
with
her
knives.
only way to stay relevant. We get it. She's crazy.
Yeah, that is true. It's
You know?
it's a unique kind of crazy though. You know, just rolling with it.
I'm reading about this. So I'm stuck on the Coldplay Kiss Cam bit.
Yeah.
I just love it so much.
Well, it dominated the landscape. It has become.
It's a huge.
I mean, every sports
At the
stadium,
very least, it's the meme of the summer.
every sports stadium's doing it. Every concert's doing it. I've seen bars now posting signs out front. Don't worry.
It's a wide
From the
back
suite?
shot from like the back high wall of the stadium.
It's from like the suite.
Because they're essentially on a balcony where the
I feel like
it's
they're
taken
in a
from.
suite. Are they not?
Well, I don't know. If you look at that video that we're talking about, it looks like there's a lot of open space behind them too. So it might have been like a very private, exclusive club level or something like that.
Well, anyway, TMZ somehow got a video, and it's a wide shot of just the stadium, and they're playing Yellow.
Yeah.
And I'll be damned, you can see them in the photo or in the video kissing,
making out.
And TMZ somehow got that. I don't know how, but they did.
Well, here's the thing. I think TMZ just has a giant tip line. So if you were at that concert and you were filming, here's the thing. There is no more privacy. If you are in a public spot, you are being filmed. And so when that story becomes national news, someone out there scrolled through their phone and was like, oh my God, I have a photo of this. You call TMZ and TMZ gives you 10 grand for it. TMZ pays for all of that stuff, and voila, you got it.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they were caught red-handed on the camera.
But
anyway.
now they're, if the husband's like, no, honey, I'm sorry, it was misconstrued, and then, sure enough,
But they do that with everything. Like, I was stunned when, like, Draymond Green knocked out Jordan Poole cold. Like, that was a closed practice.
But again, everything is filmed, so...
Right. As long as you have someone who's willing to leak it.
Well, here's the thing. If you were just some schmuck at the Golden State facility, right, and your buddy sends you a video, is like, dude, check this out. Like, dude, Draymond Green just rocked the hell out of Jordan Poole. Now, you've got that video, and... all of a sudden, like, it becomes a big deal, and you float that, and TMZ says 15 grand. Are you not? Dude, you're sending it.
I'm saying 50.
Yeah. Get a sleazy motel room like the rest of us, will you? Get a sleazy motel room like the rest of us, will you?
So do you think that the best play here is that Kristen and Andy get together and then start making a reality show?
At least start a podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Although he probably
about how they're rebounding in their lives.
Well, they'll be on Vanderpump Rules, or they'll be on one of those rich bitch housewives. You should put them on Love Island. My gal has started watching Love Island. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen, and yet it's like all anyone talks about.
Why is everyone talking about Love Island?
I don't know. Like, I'm telling you, for whatever reason, the BTJ is roped into it, and now whenever I come home, guess what's on the TV? Love Island.
It feels like March Madness for hookups, kind of.
Yeah.
Like there's all these people, and there can only be like maybe one winner, and they have like gambling odds online for it about who wins Love Island. I think it's all about stooping. So.
Oh, I call it Whore Island, but like people love it. It's just, it is what it is. Put them on that show.
Yeah, apparently her hubby's so the CEO of the rum company.
Yeah,
that's like one of the richest families on the East Coast.
Wow.
She married into that family.
Well,
and now she's screwed that
She's
up.
about to get divorced out of it. She better hope she grabs onto this tech bro, guy that's
well,
got a
he's
bunch
out of
money.
a job too.
Yeah, but he founded the company.